Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
The biggest, most outrageous online show in Philippine history.
20 million fucking downloads.
Interactive in 35 countries. Mo is back with a vengeance in Season 2. Bigger, better, badder.
Let's start off with an international call. Yesterday we took a call from India. Tonight it's Canada.
Nice.
Let's go to Ireland. Where in Ireland are you?
Well, I'm in Dublin.
Some people say that I'm a bad guy. They may be right.
Let's go to Afghanistan. Holy shit, are you fucking really in Afghanistan?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Florida. What's up?
I just found your show today, and I think it's great.
Live from Hollywood and at the Beyond the Box studios in One Rockwell, Makati. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. The Bigger, Better, Badder podcast. Your questions about love, life, sex are all answered and occasionally made fun of here. And now, the man who loves women and dudes, but not in the same way. The Philippine genius, DJ Mo Twister.
All right, back on the podcast here on this Wednesday night. Welcome to the show, 19th of December. And man, do we have a good show today. And it's really not about me. It's about the guy we have. But I'll talk to him in a little bit. Let's give away the phone number real quick. 478-7954 as we are broadcasting from two cities, as we do now every night. Los Angeles and, of course, Makati, Philippines. Good Times with Mo, the podcast, Season 2. Doc Ken, how are you, sir?
How you doing, Mo? I'm great. How about you?
I'm excited about today. You know, listen, I'm not a gay man, but when I see this guy, for some reason, kinikilig ako. Can you tell me? I mean, I need some advice. I mean, I've seen that we had him on the radio show. I'd say about a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember when I would see him like at grocery stores. I was telling the story to our guest on the show. When I see him like at grocery stores and stuff like that, I'm like, holy shit, man. That's fucking Erwan Heussaff. And then I'm kind of like hiding behind the vegetable area. I'm like, oh, look at him. I mean, not gay, but starstruck for some reason. It's weird because I've been in this fucking industry for 15, 16 years, and I think I got starstruck maybe 2-3 times in my life. Ariel Rivera. The first time I saw Ariel Rivera, I was like, oh my god, this guy's dreamy. And then I can't remember who the fucking second person was. It must be someone. And third, Erwan Heussaff, man, for some weird reason. I mean, not saying that, you're not all that, Erwan. It's just, I don't know why, like, when I see you, I'm like, holy shit, it's Erwan. I'm going to walk away and kind of just try not to embarrass myself. But he is here on the podcast.
What's up,
It is nice to have you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
The chat room, obviously, wild because everybody's just saying the same things. He's dreamy. He's this. He's that. Please welcome on the podcast tonight our guest, the exceptional Erwan Heussaff. Erwan, good evening, man.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me again, Mo. I will actually.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
No, I'm good. I will actually never get tired of that introduction.
Because it's so
awesome.
true. I can't. I mean, trust me. I felt like I wanted to pay for your groceries. I was sitting there. You were in line. I'm
You
like,
definitely should next time.
What is he doing in line? Doesn't he have a staff to be in line for him? But I've come to realize also, Bud, that you are pretty independent. I mean, I'm sure you're very wealthy because I know you, aside from the whole being Erwan, you're a businessman.
Correct.
And I'm like thinking, why are you doing your own groceries? Why do you do everything on your own? I mean, like, do you even have a driver? You must have a driver, right?
No, I don't. I really do.
Jeez.
Well, I live in an apartment, so I don't really need someone to stay in with me. And then everything else, we're just in Makati. It's a small space, so you don't really need a driver or anything.
So everything is completely independent, yes?
Correct. Yes, correct.
That's amazing. But you do have someone clean up for the apartment, though, right?
Yes, I do. I have someone come in.
So you're normal.
Just
a little
twice a week, and that's more than enough.
That's right. All right, Erwan Heussaff is on the show. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, Erwan,
Awesome.
and I'm glad that you're here. Our lines are full, and they're going to be full, I'm sure, the whole night because people are going to be throwing questions at you left and right, whether it be about their lives, their love lives, or maybe even culinary stuff like cooking. So we'll talk to Erwan. He's not podcast. You have a blog. It's called thefatkidinside.com. Everybody do check it out. It's highly entertaining if you're hungry, and even if you're not hungry. I mean, it's a good place to go when you're online, killing some time as well. So let's get to these calls, Erwan, and knock them out. Doc Ken, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go line 2 first and start with Joanne. Since she's on a cell phone. Joanne in the province, Bukidnon, 27 years old. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Joanne.
Hey, Joanne.
Hello.
What's up? Hi, Joanne. How can we help you?
Magtatanong lang sana ako kung anong gagawin ng isang katulad ko kung sasabihin ng boyfriend na hindi na niya ako mahal.
How long were you guys
2
together?
years.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 years.
2 years?
Oh,
Well,
kasi mag-2 years kami bukas, supposedly.
oh, wow. Hey, congratulations. Let me ask you this, Joanne.
Sana.
Joanne, kasi usually when a guy says something in a relationship, there are times where he doesn't really mean it. While the females, I believe, at least in my experience, the females tend to mean it a little bit more. When a female would tell me, I don't love you anymore, you better fucking believe it. When a guy says, I don't love you anymore, sometimes umaarte lang yan. Kind of odd, right? That it's switched out sometimes. But I want to know, aside from the verbal confirmation or the verbal declaration that he doesn't love you, do you see it in the relationship that he doesn't love you as much as he used to?
Yeah.
Then he
Parang
doesn't
ganun.
love you.
What do you see? Like,
Yeah.
What are the clues?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, usually you'll get the feeling like he's not very excited about you. He doesn't do the things he used to do drastically. Because generally people, you can't stay honeymoon stage forever. But if you see that he's actually rather bitter to you and kind of an all-around asshole,
Trying to push you away.
and he confirms it by saying he doesn't love you anymore, you kind of have to believe him already that maybe this relationship is done.
So, anong gagawin namin sa anak namin?
Oh. Nice twist. Are you married, or is this just your boyfriend? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that part.
Boyfriend.
Okay, Erwan, being a lady killer that you must be, when a guy says, I mean, do you agree with me that when guys say, I don't love you anymore, sometimes they're just talking out of their ass and being belligerent and stuff, and that females kind of mean it more?
Well, I think already that you said that tomorrow's your second year together, correct?
Yeah.
So maybe that this happened just before that. Maybe the guy's just starting to think, oh my God, we've been together for too long already. And like you said, Mo, it just came out of his ass. But if you really saw some drastic changes within the relationship and things have actually, he treats you completely differently, then I do think that you probably need to believe him. And then just touching up on, you said you had a kid together. As a personal belief, I don't think your child... let's say a child's happiness does not depend on the happiness of their parents being together. As long as the child, as long as you and your boyfriend love the kid, then he's going to grow up perfectly fine.
Look at Erwan. Doesn't even cook up great dishes. Cooks up great advice as well. Yeah. I mean, and people are gonna, and that's gonna be a debate, Erwan, a lot.
Of
Whether
course.
A household with two parents is more successful in raising a quality child than separate, regardless of how you treat the kid. Like, I mean, I agree with you that if you have a household where people fucking hate each other, there's fighting all the time, that it's worse than being in a single parent home, and especially a single parent home that where you have a loving parent, and then that kid then moves to another house, say on the weekends, and the father's there and he's loving as well. Yeah, I completely agree that a happy home doesn't necessarily have to be with both parents. But
Correct.
How is the setup though? Have you talked to your boyfriend na kung magbe-break kayo, anong gagawin niyo sa anak niyo? Has that conversation happened yet?
Hindi pa.
Not
Sabi
yet.
niya lang kasi kailangan niya muna ng parang time na space, ganun. Parang, ewan ko, di ko naintindihan.
Pero may plans ba kayo bukas para sa inyong anniversary? Like may handa? Okay, well maybe tomorrow's a good time for you to take as parang a date for you guys to actually talk about the status of the relationship after 2 years exactly. You go, alam mo, it's been 2 years today. Instead of celebrating, let's talk about it. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna move forward? Not say, gusto mo mag-continue ng relationship, you can express that. You say, I want you to be a part of my life. I still want to be in this relationship, but we need to assess kung are we doing well, and should we pursue this? Should we continue? that conversation could happen tomorrow, even though it's medyo a negative conversation on your anniversary. It seems like it needs to be done as soon as possible.
You are in speaking terms, right?
Pero kasi
Nag-uusap kayo, no?
umiiwas siya.
Yun na nga eh. Even tomorrow, if it's like he's expecting that tomorrow's your anniversary and you'll probably be expecting something, and the more that he will like shy away from a conversation of opening up a problem. So
what do you think, Doc, about like say just taking the baby, going to the parents for the weekend, just a couple of days, don't tell them, just or maybe leave a note, you know, I'm going to my parents' house, we're going to spend the weekend there. Give him a little bit of time, a little bit of silence maybe, a little bit of just no one talking to him. Maybe he's irritated that the conversation is always being brought up, and let him wait till he reaches out to her and says, hey, what's going on?
Well, that's one way of doing it, but I don't suggest that you do it directly like tomorrow, because that's going to be a little bit obvious and he's going to be a little bit more irritated when that happens. So I guess...
yeah, but fuck his irritation. I mean, like, if you think about it, it's their anniversary tomorrow, right? I mean,
that
and
is
if he's
true,
being
that
a
is
dick
true.
and all that stuff,
Yeah.
he can, you know, he can kiss my ass, you know, just leave him there.
Yeah.
Or leave him a note. It's the end of the world. The Mayans took me. I don't know, do some crazy shit tomorrow. But, you know, listen, I say give him a little bit of alone time and then bring up the situation. Because I think, sorry about that, I think he's going to be a rather childish that he doesn't want to talk about the current situation of your relationship.
Yeah.
It's an important thing. I mean, you have a child, you guys live together. That conversation has to be had. He can't shy away from that. You can, if he tells you he doesn't love you, you tell him, okay, sinabi mo sa akin na hindi mo ako mahal, pag-usapan natin. And that's it.
Yeah, he needs to sort out what he's having inside his head
yeah.
by himself. And
All right?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, baby. Thanks for the call. Have a
you.
good one.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay.
Let's go to line 3 and talk to RJ from Rizal. RJ has a question to Erwan about food. And you've come to the right place. This guy, devastating in the kitchen. RJ, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Erwan
RJ.
Heussaff here.
What's up, man?
May nililigawan kasi ko ngayon. Then, ano kayang mag-perfect food para sagutin niya ako ngayon?
Jesus.
For what? Sorry?
Can you? Yeah, he wants the girl to fall in love with him. What's the dish that he needs to make this happen?
Well, I don't think you can actually make a girl fall in love with you with food, but it can definitely help set the mood. And, you know, like, you can say aphrodisiac, you can say oysters and all that crap, but I really don't believe in any of that. The only way you will actually make a girl feel special when you're cooking for her is if you know exactly what she wants to eat. So before actually going to the kitchen and preparing a meal, get to know her first and ask her exactly what her favorites are. And then you'll make something like that maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and then she'll think, wow, you know, he was really thoughtful and he remembered all this stuff. Simple.
Erwan, what's Anne's favorite dish? I mean, if that's the advice you're giving, you must have studied. Your girlfriend, of course, Anne Curtis.
That's right.
Biggest star in the country. Is that too personal? I mean, it's just food. What are her kind of knockout dishes that when you make it, you know, oh, it's open arms tonight for Erwan? Or if you guys get into some sort of LQ argument, you're like, oh man, Anne's pissed off at me that I didn't show up, or whatever it may be. I'm going to make this dish, the go-to dish that Anne Curtis is just going to swoon over.
Well, for me, food is something that really is quite personal because it's something that you grew up eating and it's something that you've come to love. It's not something that automatically you'll love. So when trying to, you know, make someone happy with food, you really need to go back to the roots. And Anne being from Australia, then I knew she liked really straightforward food, things like roast chickens or minced pies or, you know, things like that are staples in her country, but she can't necessarily have here. And it's harder to find here. And when you make someone that, you know, it makes them really happy.
And that horrible Vegemite, do you put that on the side as well?
I will never cook
that
Vegemite
shit's
in my
disgusting,
life.
man.
That is gross.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, because every time I say, you know what I like to do? I mean, and this is horrible of me, but when I see little kids and they're running around and they're being makulit, I'll pull out the Vegemite. Okay, look, chocolate, and then they'll eat it and they just run around. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Vegemite is like some sort of it's a spread.
It's like a
right?
fermented soybean something.
Yeah.
It's like
weird.
Nutella that
Went
tastes
wrong.
like bagoong.
Yeah.
It's just some horrible.
Personally, I've never
horrible.
tried it, but yeah.
Oh, it's so disgusting. But the Australians love it. And they have so many different kinds of Vegemite, Marmite. What else are the other crappy ones? Oh, but they're all hideous. Really, really bad. All right, RJ. Well, like Erwan said, make sure you study her a little bit. Find out what are her likes, dislikes, what province she's from. Maybe there's a connection there in terms of what are the very popular dishes. If she's like in Pampanga, you might go, Erwan, heavy meats.
That's right. Pampanga, sisig. You've got lots of different fern salads to choose from. If she's from Cebu, then you've got lechon, lots of different barbecue variations. Bicol. If she's from Bicolana, then you can find a lot of different dishes out there too. So just really get to know where she's from. Maybe ask her parents, ask her sister, her brother, whoever you might know, her friends.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to the local cuisine, Erwan, what are your favorites? Whether it be a certain part of the country or specific dishes. What are the ones you like when it comes to the Filipino food?
I really like Visayan food. I think it's probably the most interesting dishes that we have here locally because of the use of different spices. And let's say that region is more influenced by Malaysian cooking and Thai cooking, whereas you'll have different parts where the northern parts of the Philippines are more influenced by Chinese cooking, so you have heavy soy sauce and stuff. Whereas the Visayan culture, for me, I like because they use a lot of coconut milk, chilies, ginger, all things that are locally produced.
Any specific dish?
Visayan. I love Bicol Express.
Bicol Express.
I think it's fantastic, and then any of the soups that they make as well.
Is there any way that you do it differently with the traditional way they do the Bicol Express?
The way I do Filipino food differently is not necessarily with the ingredients that are used, but just more on the techniques. A lot of Filipino dishes, how they're made traditionally, they're cooked long. They don't really look for texture. I like my dishes with texture, so I make sure that my veggies aren't fully cooked. I like them crunchy, things like that.
Okay. Hey, this is heavy food talk, but I don't mind at all. Erwan, what a lot of people do, especially restaurants, they Filipinize, quote unquote, their dish, which loses its authenticity, but sells well. Like you take a Sima, for example, which is a Greek restaurant, very popular. I love it there. I fucking love the food. But when you bring a Greek guy there, they're like, this doesn't taste as Greeky as it does back home. Well, they probably say this, that tastes, they'll have that really heavy accent, but it sells, and I like it. I mean, I enjoy their food a lot, but there are people who get turned off by that. Is that something as a chef you do because you need to sell? Is it kind of like is it like in terms of music, this is your bubblegum pop music, this is your Justin Bieber and stuff like that, because you know it's going to make money, or you do it because people really like it like that? Or why do they do it?
Well, I think it's like with everything in life, it's a double-sided knife. You have one part that does it because it's a passion and it's something that you really enjoy doing, and it's your profession. And then the other side is, it's a business. So people need to live, people need to eat, so you need to make money. Then it's just being comfortable doing what you're doing. But if you're serving Greek food that's not authentic, if you're serving Thai food that's not authentic, please God, do not say it's authentic. People who sell it for something that is not that is something that irritates me like none other. But if they're frank and they say, okay, I'm doing this food, but more to be acquired by the Filipino taste, and I'm completely fine with it, as long as you're honest. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Let's go to line 2. Thanks, RJ, for the call. Let's go to line 2 and talk to Canada. Wow, we have a Canada call. Usually our international stuff comes via Skype because it's free. But Giselle here, who's 25, decided, fuck it. I got a lot of money. I'll pay the international call. Good morning, Canada. Giselle, you're 25 on line 2. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, Mo?
I'm doing well, sir. Where in Canada? That's a big fucking country. And I've been to Canada several times this year.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I'm calling from Vancouver, BC.
Fun place.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Man, what a nice... you've been there, Erwan? Isn't that gorgeous?
Correct, yeah. Amazing, amazing city.
Really, really pretty. All right, buddy. How can we help you?
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Giselle.
So, my question was for the doctor.
Oh, go ahead.
Masakit yung ulo ko nung 2 months ago.
Okay.
And then nag-take ako ng Advil.
Okay.
And then tinatry ko makipag-sex but nawawala yung boner ko. Does that something to do with the Advil that I took?
Okay. Doc, is the Advil with ibuprofen?
Yes,
same thing, yeah?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Does that have a sexual side effect?
It should not. because it's a pain reliever. It's it has nothing to do with the function of an erection, where it is completely vascular, and that does not affect. It should not. Probably your headache is really non-specific. You could have a lot of reasons why you're having a headache. Like, for example, it's a tension headache. You have a migraine, and
yeah, I usually grind my teeth, and then sabi ng dentist, yun daw yung source ng headache ko. But yeah, I took it, and then yeah, it wasn't working for me.
My question is this the first time that you weren't able to perform?
Yeah, it's the first time that I ever happened.
Okay.
Like, first incident. Nakakahiya nga eh.
Well, it could be just a coincidence. That's what I'm saying. So, like Mo was saying, very often you have to differentiate between psychological and physiologic, and that's the most important thing to differentiate it with. The physiologic, you have to consult a urologist for this problem. Is your problem
but if it's
not
just one
having
time,
erection?
Yeah, no, but Doc, sorry. Before he does the consulting of a physician or urologist regarding his dick problem, if it's one time, I mean, we've all lost a boner once in a while, like, while in bed. I mean, it's not a state of emergency, is it? I mean,
it is not. Yeah, that's correct.
If we can ask this guy, Josel, did you have a boner in the morning? Like, let's say you lost your boner while having sex, but when you woke up, it was fine already, right?
Yeah. I'm fine now. Yeah, I usually get it in the morning, and then.
And was there any pain in your nutsack, or?
I was fine in the morning. I was fine the next day.
Oh, he's
there you
fine,
go.
Doc,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he is.
Yeah, you're fine.
That is one way. It's like, for example, men usually have erection during sleep, and that has nothing to do with anxiety or anything like that. If your partner would notice that you are having an erection during sleep, then you are fine. That's one sign that you are normal. Another thing is that, however, if you never have an erection anymore, then that is a problem. So it seems that you're okay.
Yeah, you're fine, Josel. It just happened one time.
Yeah, I'm fine now. Okay, thanks,
All right,
doctor.
buddy.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
I'm going to LA December 26th. Whereabouts are you there in LA?
I stay in the Calabasas area. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's a little bit north of Los Angeles. Really pretty city. And, well, send me a tweet when you're there, and we'll see if we can hook up. I have no problem meeting up with listeners wherever it may be, all around the world. It's a lot of fun. All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Take care of that penis. Sure thing. Bye-bye.
Have fun.
let's Erwan, do you curse?
Yeah, I do. I'm half French, so I curse quite a bit, actually.
Fantastic. Oh, how often do you go back to France? Were you born there or were you born here?
No, I was born here, but then I try to go at least once a year, if I can, if work permits.
And your French is, you're fluent?
Fluent. My dad speaks to me just in French. My mom speaks to me just in English.
Love it. All right. Let's go to, who's been on the call? Mon, you're 18. Love, you've been on hold for about 45 minutes now, so let's get her on the phone. You're from Quezon City, 18 years old. What's going on line one, baby?
Hello.
Hi, Mon. How are you? Erwan Heussaff here, Dr. Ken. My name is Mo. How can we help you?
So this is about love, yeah?
Yeah. Why are you whispering?
Sorry, my dad.
Oh, your dad's there. Okay, yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, go.
Okay. Last November 29th, it was my birthday. Me and my guy broke up. And then, so parang medj parang nainis ako cause parang that was my day and parang,
Yeah, he broke up with you on your birthday. What an asshole.
Yeah.
What's the question, though? Can someone please stop cooking the dog alive in the background?
I really hope it's
Sabi ni Erwan, kailangan lutuin yung favorite. That's the dog and threw in the fucking pot. And it's like, all right, sorry, Mo. Apparently you're not the only one mourning. What's the question again? Sorry.
Hello?
Go ahead. What's the question? Jesus Christ, what kind of people live in that house? I'm sorry.
I'm scared for my life now.
What kind of... That sounds like a puppy. What kind of dog is that, Mon, in the background?
It's a beagle. Sorry.
Oh, I have a
It's
beagle.
I
about-
love beagles.
I have a
Listen, beagles don't make that noise naturally unless they're really
Sorry.
hurting. Do you want to check on him first? Then I'll keep you on hold.
Okay, he's fine. Hello?
Okay.
Okay, go for
All right,
it.
how can we help you, baby? The dog should be calling you. Yeah, go. Oh, she.
I think didn't you hear the
hung up on
dad?
us. No.
The
what happened? What
dad
did
said,
say?
"Hey," and that's when she hung up.
I didn't
Oh,
Yeah, I heard
shit.
that. You didn't see that?
No.
Once he killed the beagle. He killed the beagle, and then he saw her on the phone. He's like, sorry, that was a
And
bad
she was
joke.
like, she was on the phone. No, she was on the phone, and she was like, we're talking about the dog being so loud. She does that thing with the dad where she looks over to the dad and does that thing with the neck where you kill it, slice the neck. Dog shuts up. Sorry, Mon. Try to call back when your dad's not so pissed off at you about this. Jam27, you're on line 3. How can we help you, Jam? Thanks for being on the show. What's up? Yeah,
Hello,
hi.
good evening. Ask ko lang, kasi mabilis akong mag-come. Paano any tips na mapoprolong yung like 2 to 3 minutes tapos na yung action nakakabitin? Like,
You're 2-minute guy. You're exploding your load in 2 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Are you using condoms? Are you birth control pills? What's your method of contraception?
Yeah, I use condom.
Okay, if you use condoms, there are condom kind of not the brands. All the brands have it, but a line of condoms that make you last longer. They'll put some sort of like anesthesia, light kind of like anesthesia numbing cream inside the condom that helps you kind of numb the penis. Now that will give you less sensation because you're numb. You might even lose your boner because sometimes they'll put a lot of that jelly in there, but it'll help you last longer. And sometimes you don't even care for the sensation if you're a guy. You just want to pound, right? You can do that. Second, you can masturbate prior to having sex so that at least your second erection tends to give you another extra minute or two. Third, obviously, you can pull out right when you feel like you're going to change position. You could do something like that. Erwan, Ken, any other prolonged erection tips that you can give this guy?
Just stop for a few seconds.
Okay.
If you're feeling like you're coming close, just stop for a few seconds.
That is the scientifically
problem,
approved
though?
method.
Yeah, you know what the problem with the stopping, though? If the girl looks like she's really into it, and then you stop, you're going to look like a puss.
Yeah, but the
she's
benefit
like-
of that would be, for the long term.
Right,
It's like-
but she's going to be... Because the thing is, with a guy, if you stop, right, you can jump right back in fucking 4 seconds, and you're good to go, right? With the female, if she's getting her rhythm going, and then you stop, to get to where she was, it takes a lot longer than you. So it's a little bit selfish. So that's why it's a really tough call to make. If you find her really kind of hitting her stride, you're using a condom anyway. I say just keep going.
That's a false sense of security. If you're using a condom, then you have at the back of your mind you could go all the way. So I suggest you use another weapon aside from your weapon. Stop. Do the other way. Do the oral and then do it again to recover.
That's a good move. How about this, man? Make sure do the oral on her first. So it doesn't really matter how long
That's
you
right.
take
Yep.
because she's already got hers. So it's always
That's
ladies
right.
first on the orgasm.
You're a
then
giver.
It's then it's Jam and his wonderful 100 seconds.
Okay.
All right? Or think about your dead Lola. Like, that's what I do. I just think about my dead Lola. I mean, like, or, I'll be honest. You know what I do? Jam, Erwan, wrap your mind around this, buddy. You tell me if this has happened in your past. But
Go for it.
I pretend my girlfriend's uglier than she really is. Like, you know what I mean? Because this is really horrible to say, but generally, like, okay, so you have an attractive girlfriend, right? Which, let's assume that would be the case, that you're really into her, you're attracted to her. So, and you're having sex, and you're like, man, this is going way too fast. And then I realize, who's the ugliest girl in my high school? Oh, this is who I'm having sex with. And I tend to, it buys me another half minute.
I think that's a bit better than your dead grandmother for sure.
That's the truth. That's true. The dead Lola's kind of disrespectful.
I
And she's
remember
looking down in the heavens. She's looking down from the heavens. You know how they say, oh, my Lola looking down and watching over me. She's watching over me. She's like, what the fuck? Why are you using me?
I remember, Mo, you said before about this topic, close the lights. So you won't
Yeah,
get
close
too,
the lights.
Yeah, won't get too excited.
That's
you don't
right.
See
You
her.
don't see her. change a position. Like generally, if you're in a position where you do a lot of the thrusting, you can control when you come, but at the same time, it excites you. So like if you can find a position where maybe like on your back, where she does a lot of kind of the movements and stuff like that, it might help you out also to last a little longer. All right?
Sabi daw nila, sabihin daw, bilbil ni Lola.
I'm sorry? Ano yun?
Parang para lang hindi agad, para mawala yung attention mo na masyado.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Just go ahead, try masturbating maybe like, I don't know, right before you think you're about to have sex, go to the bathroom, do your thing, explode, and then come back. At least you last a little longer. And then the condoms work well. The ones with the numbing cream, they work really well, but they might, again, like I said, you might have a tendency to lose your boner, right? And then if you get like a blowjob after it, she's going to get all that on her tongue, and then she's going to be like, I can't speak anymore. It's all fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, another question.
Yes, sir.
Paano mo master yung the G-spot? Kasi most of men, hindi nila alam.
My friend, that is a mystery that every man has been trying to answer for the rest of his life, and no one will ever be able to give you a clear answer.
But you can
Google the shit out of it.
That's right. But you can get close though, Erwan, because okay, fine. Let's say the G-spot's the mysterious, mythical place of the pot of gold or whatever, the Atlantis. But what you can do is you really master the art of really doing a good job with the clitoris, especially if she's got a good size one. It's a little bit easier for you. I said this on the podcast yesterday. Make sure not to attack the vagina like it was an animal, like the herding dog we heard in the last call. You want to be gentle. You want to get a good rhythm going on that clitoris, whether it be you kind of rubbing it or using your mouth or whatever it may be. Once you get that good rhythm going, I think you'll be fine. That you might not even have to find that G-spot. That she'll do well with a great clitoral stimulation, Jam. Knock 'em dead, Jam.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Knock 'em dead.
Good luck, John.
Yeah. Make us proud, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
right. Go.
Erwan.
More power to you.
All right.
All right. And rub some Vegemite on it. You know how the people sometimes they put food, they'll incorporate food in sex. Just Vegemite all over the vagina. You'd be fine. Or all over your penis. It's good stuff. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, bro.
Thanks. She's going to sound like a beagle. Riza 24 line 1 from Parañaque. Food question for Erwan here. Riza, hi. Good evening.
Yeah, para na po.
Hey, Risa.
Riza? Jesus, it's getting worse out there for the cell phone people. Riza, yes, you have Erwan Heussaff on the program, and you have a question for him? Now let's hang up on her. Sounds like hell. Her question was the best Hainanese chicken in the metro, Erwan. And I've heard this question a couple times before. I mean, not on the show, but just generally. People really like that stuff.
Still haven't had one. Like, I'm still looking also. Like, there's been a bunch of Singaporean franchises come in, and
yes,
they just can't get it right. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the provenance of the chicken or the techniques, but usually that's pretty standard. But nothing comparable to Singapore yet.
And why is that? Let's say you take a Singapore franchise. What's the very popular franchise? It's like 3 short words.
Butong Ki, something like that. There's a couple.
I forgot. But yeah, it's a very popular Singaporean franchise that opened up in Manila. I'd say about a year and a half ago. They have one right over there by the Ayala Park.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a huge franchise.
Correct.
Now, are you saying that their Singapore line from the same franchise is better than the one they have here?
Yes, actually.
Now, why does that happen? Like, I mean, you were explaining a little bit, but like, you take a KFC, for example. The KFC worldwide seems to always taste the same to me.
That's right.
Is it because it's a simpler kind of dish to make?
It's much simpler. The process is pretty easy. The procedures are, they can be written down, and even a monkey can make the fried chicken of KFC as long as they have that recipe.
I can't even make a pancake, so the chicken would be even worse. But okay, so it's a simpler technique.
It's a simpler technique and procedure. But then when it comes to Hainanese chicken, I don't know. Maybe it's the sourcing of the ingredients, where they come from, or some things just don't work well as a franchise. Some things don't work well in expansion. And I think, and I really do believe that food is not only what you're eating, it's also where you're eating it. So if the setting's not right, then maybe something in your mind's going off telling you this is not proper and it's not authentic.
I guess another great example of this would be pizza, right? I mean, pizza is pizza.
Correct.
Like, it's always made of the same exact stuff, but it tastes so vastly different from place to place to place.
That's right.
I mean, why is the New York pizza, I mean, if we will talk in, I guess, American terms here, the New York pizza knocks out the rest of the country's pizza easily, and we're talking just a short distance away out of New York. All of a sudden, the pizza is drastically different.
Yep.
And then, you know, you read on the, like, I read articles about it, people say, oh, it's the water, it's this, it's that. I mean, even the smallest changes or the minute changes in any ingredient has a drastic effect on the taste?
Well,
or is it all technique?
With pizza, it's two things. Yeah, it's technique and then also the ingredients, and not the ingredients of the toppings, but the ingredients of what you're actually going to make the dough with. So it's the water, the flour, and the yeast. And then also something that plays into pizza is the weather. The humidity, how dry it is outside, how cold it is, or how hot it is. It all plays into how perfectly puffed or not puffed your dough is going to get. And then the last touch point for pizza is basically your oven. So are you doing it in a wood oven? What kind of wood are you using? Where did you get your wood from? Are you using a brick oven? Are you using a convection oven? There's a lot of things that play into a dish like that.
So as easy as pizza seems to be to make, it is also very difficult to perfect.
Correct, yes. I usually find the simple dishes are the easiest to make, but the hardest to perfect. Just like anything in life, yeah.
All right. Let's take a commercial break, and after that, we will take some of your calls. We also have a bunch of international calls I know lined up because people are tweeting me like, hey, man, we're abroad, and we want to get to Erwan. Dr. Ken is here as well. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast, as we do this on a Wednesday night, nearing the end of the world, if you believe that shit. But if you believe that shit, as Erwan said, you're likely monkey, because that's nonsense. I hope. Taking a break. Back after this. Don't go away. See you in a few minutes.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
Pechay.
Pechay na lang.
Mahaba ang carpet ng pechay. She will start with the pechay.
Oo,
if it's kung mahaba yung hair, di ba masakit?
Hindi, ginugutin ko muna ng konti. Tinitrim ko.
Kailangan
trim mo na ang
gupitan muna.
Tsaka pagka kasi yung mga pek-pek, tsaka pechay pala, pechay. Tsaka mga tite, yun naman nakikita ko. Mga yan? Ang palaya ba? Ang palaya. Hindi, titi na lang. Ay, titi naman talaga
Upo na lang.
Upo. Kalaki naman niya.
Ay, laki! Ano ba yan? Diba?
Parang titi ng kabayo. Parang titi ng kabayo.
Titi ng kabayo! Ay, Tirso!
I have a new best friend who's always in the know. She knows the latest shopping finds and the most popular night spots to flaunt them. She helps me plan movie dates and my next Barkada getaway. She even helps me keep up with my guys' hobbies and gizmos, the latest bands and gigs, and what restos I have to try next. It's great having a best friend who knows everything. Meet Christine, my digital go-to girl. Log on to Christine.com and get everything a girl needs to know. Also available on iOS and Android.
I can say I don't like him. That's my right to say. That's not slander. I don't.
You sure?
I don't like his behavior. Sorry, I don't like his behavior. We want to be politically correct.
At that moment.
And I don't like his shirt. I can say that. It's a purple shirt.
I don't remember.
It should be a separate charge. That Oh, here we go again. No, it was a different shade of purple.
Oh my God,
you're funny. You want fries in that foot? I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll. The joke will make sense when our guest arrives in the set. Would you like to introduce our guest?
All right. Our guest was wearing a...
I have a new girl who lets me do what I love. She updates me on new star athletes to watch for and the teams that are just killing it. She helps me plan which games to catch with the guys or the next marathon we can join. She teaches me how to condition myself for sports, which cool music to work out to, and where I can go on my next adventure. A girl who loves what I love. She's Christine, my digital go-to girl. Log on to Christine.com and get more out of what you love. Also available on iOS and Android.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered.
Follow us
on Twitter at GTWM Podcast.
And visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the podcast here on this Wednesday night, our guest, Erwan Heussaff, chef and all-around perfect guy. He is here. Thanks for being here, bud.
Thanks, man.
Dr. Ken is here as well. Erwan has a blog that a ton of people visit. It's called The Fat Kid Inside, fatkidinside.com. Yep. You want to check it out. Erwan, how often you put up a new dish there? Is it daily? Because I follow you on Twitter. I go to your blog, and there's always a ton of stuff that you're making there. Is this a daily push for you that I'm going to come up with a dish for everybody to look at?
I try to do it at least 3 to 4 times a week. I would love to do it every day, but it takes a lot of time to shoot and edit all the videos. But yeah, 3 or 4 times a week. So everyone can always have new dishes when they come onto the site.
And is this something that you plan, like, okay, this is the month's worth of shit that I'm going to cook, or it's just whatever you feel at the moment?
It's usually whatever I'm eating. So I'll have themes, like certain weeks I'll be craving certain ingredients, or you'll see me do the supermarketing for a certain set of ingredients on Monday, and then I'll use those ingredients the whole week. So I think it's more relatable that way, and more, no household goes out, takes a recipe and says, okay, I need all of this. They usually buy bulk on Monday, and then they just try to use it as much as possible throughout the week. So that's what I'm trying to push and relate onto people.
Erwan Heussaff, the man, on the show here. All right, let's get to some of these calls. Some people have been on hold for a really, really long time. Lines are full, but you can keep on calling. Phone number is 478-7954. You can win also an iPhone 5 from Globe tonight, plus a 1-year paid plan, 2,500 monthly plan, and that can come to you. You have an iPhone, right? Both of you guys. I was looking at you guys on the screen there. Both of you guys have
Correct,
iPhones, huh?
Yeah.
Are they both Globe, or one of them smart, or?
Mine's smart.
Mine's Globe.
Smart? How about you, Ken?
Mine's Globe.
Globe? Oh. Both represented tonight. All right. Don't worry. This show's not sponsored by either. We're just giving away on the phone, so we can easily say it. No problem. Let's get to some of these calls. Who's been on hold the longest? Let's try Christian, who's 23, and he's from Las Piñas. He's been on hold for about 20 minutes. Christian, line 2. Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome to the program. Yeah, what's up?
I have a question.
Sure.
Go, Chris.
Christian.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hurry up.
Go ahead, man.
I have a question.
We know
kapag
that.
madalas kayong mag-sex ng partner mo, ano yung pwedeng gawin para may bagong special, para hindi magsawa?
Are you at this point na nasasawa na kayo sa isa't isa?
Hindi naman, pero...
What are you worried about then?
Hindi naman, pero parang may mas gusto ko pa na parang maging special yung sex namin.
Let's break it down like this. Let's do pre-sex, what you're doing prior to having sex that might actually make the whole thing a little bit more enjoyable. And then let's actually take then the act itself. Let's start with the act itself, because I'm probably not a little bit more knowledgeable than that, but it's easier to answer that than the one prior to that. And I'm sure Erwan will knock that one out because of, all the, it's how you get to the moment. Christian, how many positions do you do per sexual encounter?
Come again?
How many positions? How many times? What, do you just do doggy? Do you just do girl on top?
Positions.
Four.
And what 4 are those?
Yung basic lang.
Missionary, 1.
Doggy, missionary.
2.
Tapos 69.
60.
Yeah.
Jesus, calm down. It's like, I do the boring ones, 69, buhat, off the wall, dangling from the... Jesus Christ.
The wheelbarrow.
These seem fine to me. Okay. So you're knocking out the 69 and the doggy already. You're fine. Do you prepare before the sexual encounter with your girlfriend in a way? Is it just like you guys lie down, jubad ka agad, and yun? Or you guys actually have romance? Do you guys go out to dinner prior? I mean, a lot of the stuff to spice up the bedroom happens prior to the bedroom. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So do you just, when you see each other, do you just straight to the bedroom, off with the clothes, and then into the sex? Or is there something kind of happening before that that's rather romantic? I don't know. Do you creative?
Usually, pag dating sa room, kunwari ginagawa ko, binubuhat ko muna, tapos didikit ko sa wall, tapos kiss. Then,
I've never done that in my life. And he's like, how do I spice up my sex life? Why? It's very boring. The moment I see her, I grab her, I throw her against the wall, and I pound her. It's like, Jesus, man. You action star? I see no problem here, Christian. I think you're doing fine.
I think you're okay, Christian.
Is there anything na pwedeng maging special yung sex?
Wow.
Wow.
I think that's between the both of you guys. Just ask her what her fantasies are, and then just see how you can make that happen for her. Be open with each other.
Unique individual, very high standards.
Is it advisable na mag-use ng parang sex enhancer?
Well, apparently, guy, you don't need it. You don't need more enhancing. What you need is...
I want to ask him what kind of enhancing he's... Wait, hold on, Doc. Sorry about that. But what kind of enhancement are you talking about? Obviously, either you have your Viagra enhancement type, or you want to take pills to make your penis bigger, or
no,
what kind of enhancements are you looking for?
Excitement.
I think he's looking for penile steroids or something.
Really?
Pwede rin yung sa yung mga accessories sa penis, or pwede rin yung iniinom na gamot para mas matagal yung sex.
Okay.
Is that a problem in your situation? Hindi masyadong matagal?
Yeah.
So again, like the previous caller, you gotta be creative. Like what Mo also suggested, it's like you could give your girlfriend oral sex before actually doing the act.
Yeah,
that way,
when you pick her up, Christian, when you pick up your girlfriend, diba, and you press her against the wall, instead of inserting yourself in her, why don't you just go kneel down and go to work?
That is an idea.
Hindi ko pa siya natatry.
Ayan.
Yeah, well, there you go, buddy. Put that on the menu right there, appetizer. Christian, any other kind of accessories? You can fine. You can incorporate maybe like a vibrator or something like that in the bedroom, but nothing to put on your penis. Bolitas, those things that those little BBs that people put around the shaft and stuff like that for added sensation. You can do that. You're going to break your dick. Don't take any medication that you think, or maybe a penis pump to make it bigger or anything like that. That shit doesn't work. Okay, you do your best with what you have, and if you don't think your penis is adequate, then you use other parts of your body, and trust me, you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And you seem to be doing fine. All right.
Okay.
You should see this guy's name. All right, thanks for the call. I'm going to hang up with you. Then I'm going to say your whole name because it's awesome. Yeah, no problem. The guy's name. Okay, check out his name, right? This is fucking great. So he's talking about, yeah, man, what do I do with my dick? And I get my girlfriend, pound her against the wall, fuck her on the wall. His name is Christian D. Jesus.
Really?
Fucking love it. Food question. Here's Riza again. She wanted to ask. She was the one who was supposed to ask a question about the Hainanese chicken, and she got knocked out because of the background noise. We hung up on her, but let's put her back on because she really wants to talk to you, Erwan. Riza, you're 24 on line 4, Parañaque. I hope you're in a quieter area now. You have Erwan Heussaff here on the show. What's up?
Hi, Mo.
What's
Hi,
up?
Erwan.
Hey, Riza.
Hi, yes. I was disconnected earlier, but I have another question for you.
Go for it.
I need to know what's the best restaurant you can recommend for roast chicken dishes.
Ooh. To be totally honest, if you can make a good roast chicken at home, make a good roast chicken at home, because there's nothing like a homemade roast chicken.
Oh, really?
Because in a restaurant, you'll never have it whole. It'll always be cut already. It'll always be just the thigh or the leg. Or, I like getting nice and dirty with a roast chicken. You flip it around, and then they have those little chicken oysters that you can just pop out. The restaurants
and then
will
his
never
sidekick is Christian D. Jesus is right there next to him, just working it out with him, helping him out. You need a hand.
Rubbing that chicken, and but no. Like I really think if you can make a good one at home, or try to make a good one at home, please just go for it, because I think it's worth your time.
Yes, I'm actually not into cooking. I don't really know how to cook, but I need this badly. What's the best stuff you can recommend aside from what we really commonly see?
What do you mean?
Like the best stuff inside a roast chicken.
The best stuffing, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a purist when it comes to that. I just like taking a whole lemon and I poke a couple of holes in the lemon, put it in the microwave for about 5 seconds so that all that steam really comes out. Then I stuff the chicken with a crap boatload of butter, like literally put a stick in there. And then take your lemon, put that in there as well. All the herbs you can, some thyme, some rosemary, some garlic, some crushed garlic, some onions, and put that in the roast chicken. What's going to happen, because we put that lemon in the microwave, all that steam is just going to come out, and it's going to cook the chicken from the inside. So that's why it's not going to be dry like a lot of people when they do their roast chickens at home. It gets dry. But if you do it that way, it's going to be really tasty, full of flavor, full of love. Trust me.
Okay.
All right. Let me ask you this. Based on Riza's statement where she doesn't really cook well. So I'm a horrible cook, right? If I went on, say, your website, or if I took a random cookbook, can I make the dish exactly the way it looks on the photo? Or at least to a point where it's respectable?
Probably not.
By
how it
following
looks
exactly
on the photo, because they usually have professional stylists doing that or fixing it up, but you could definitely get the taste profile exactly the same. All you have to do is really be patient with the recipe and follow it to the T, and do not deviate.
Okay, right. Never have that bahala na. For example, it says, say Erwan says, we need let's say 2 tablespoons of butter. Let's say I don't have a tablespoon, so I was like, I'll just make 3 teaspoons. It's the same shit. Well, it's going to turn out wrong.
Unless you know what you're doing, then rather stick to what's being said. But if you know what you're doing, you think you can enhance the dish, then go for it.
Fantastic. Riza, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Riza.
Good luck. And these roast chickens that you find already pre-cooked at your supermarket, your Restans or your SNRs, whatever the fuck, sometimes they have it ready made for eating tonight. Are those good? I mean, those are the ones I grab. I think I don't know.
Restans is a little dried out. I think SNR does a pretty decent roast chicken, but man, if you ask me to eat roast chicken, I will definitely just go to Undocs, man. I love their roast chicken. I grew up with it. I grew up with that. I don't know what they put in that gravy, but it is darn good. And whether you're sober or drunk, it tastes the same, so it's fantastic.
Fantastic. All right. Rick, 19, Marikina, line 1. What's going on, my friend? How can we help you tonight?
Okay, hi there to the three of you.
What's up, man?
Thanks. Hey. What's up?
My question is this. Let's say, actually exactly 1 year from now, 1 year ago, rather, I have this mutual relationship with a girl, and then 3 months after that, it ended. And I don't know kung bakit siya nag-end, but my instincts tell me, I guess, dahil sa friends niya. So, para siyang nasulsulan. And then, kasi I have a problem moving on up to this date. Kasi meron pa rin mga things na nagpaparemind sa akin. Maski dinidisregard ko, pero maski ayaw ko, it keeps coming into my face,
So basically, Rick, what you're saying is you're suffering from the fact that it's hard to move on from a person that you really enjoyed having a relationship with, which in fact every human being in the world has gone through, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to know what our personal coping, moving on, thing we do to just try to get it out of our system, yes?
Yes.
All right, let's go around the table here. Erwan, Ken, you guys have been brokenhearted, I'm sure. Yes, even Erwan, I'm sure. Please tell me you have. How do you guys get away? How do you guys move on from it?
I just want to clarify first. What do you mean by mutual relationship? Were you guys actually going out, like girlfriend, boyfriend, or?
We're going out, but we're not actually into the relationship. I mean, we're going out just to hang out or something like that.
Okay, so you're just courting her basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And at the end of that year, did you declare your feelings? Did you tell her what you wanted to do? Did you man up and tell her that you wanted her?
Yeah, but she rather actually didn't respond into my bursting out of feelings.
So basically she doesn't like you.
Yes.
In that way.
Maybe.
Here's what happened, guys. Okay, hold on, Rick. We'll get to your answer in a little bit because it's a turtle's pace here. Here's what happened. You're blaming it on her friends why she's no longer hanging out with you. I feel like she's not hanging out with you anymore because she didn't really like you like that. And the moment you said something about it, she's like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of uncomfortable to hang out with you as often as I used to. That's my take on this, because you said she didn't respond favorably to you telling her your true feelings, and all of a sudden you see a sharp decline in how often you guys are working out. A lot of times people call and they say, oh, how do I tell this girl I like her without ruining the friendship? Well, you already ruined the friendship by liking her. This is part of that process where if you tell her, she might feel uncomfortable or she might respond favorably to you. It's the risk you take, and if it works out, you hit the jackpot. If it didn't, you're going to be like this, Rick. It's just a gamble. I don't know if you gentlemen agree with me on this one, but it will change the dynamic of a friendship when you tell someone like this.
Sorry for interrupting, but kasi I have this situation na parang narinig ko sila talking, silang dalawa na friends, and then parang they were responding parang dun sa, kasi nagpakita ako ng feeling na parang nasasaktan ako dahil nga dun sa hindi niya pagre-respond. Parang uusap sila regarding nga doon. Pero parang nararamdaman ko meron siyang pagtingin, kaya lang hindi ko alam kung ano yung nag-hold on sa kanya, kung bakit ayaw niyang.
All right, let's just get to your original question, how to move on, just so we don't have to dissect what the hell happened to you guys. Let's just say you guys are no longer have a chance to get together. How do you move on? Ken, Erwan,
okay.
What are your ways?
Go ahead. Okay. If you were really together, like girlfriend, boyfriend, in that situation, and you got rejected, the way to move on for me is, like what we were talking about yesterday, small victories. Try to be busy and, do something that's really important for yourself, achieve something that's a way of distracting yourself, and at the same time, enhancing whatever you have as a person. Because, the problem with that is like you told your feelings and then there was a difference in expectation. You're probably expecting her to, favorably respond by saying, I do feel the same way. But in that case, she did not. So,
well, what do you do? Again, let's not dissect the relationship because this one's rather confusing, and I don't feel like all the details are there. What does Ken do when you're broken heart? Or shit, but you've been dating your wife since you were 15. So I mean,
that's true.
Let's just say you guys get into a big
but I do have friends
marriage fight or something like that. What do you do?
Well, marriage is different. Okay, but if you have like a problem like that, and you're no longer together, that's really hard. You allow yourself to, be sad about it. It's a process. So be sad about it, but don't stay that way or be depressed all the time. So go into
especially in this
sports
situation, Rick, because she was never really your girlfriend. I mean, come on, you get what I mean. You just got to power through this one. I don't want to say don't be a pussy, but we were all heartbroken at one time. We all sulked a little bit, locked ourselves in our room and whatever. And it depends on how strong that connection was you had with this person. But listen, as cliche as it is, the time will heal it. It's a little long in your case, being that it'd been a year already since this girl, who wasn't even your girlfriend, has left your life. But trust me, at 19, you will push through it eventually. You just kind of let the days go by. Erwan, you do anything in particular to get out of a shitty rut?
Well, in this case, man, you have to count yourself lucky because it never really came to fruition. So you just were courting and dating her. So you don't know exactly how she would have been in a relationship. So you don't have to get over that part. All you have to get over is you've realized that she doesn't like you or it's not going to happen. So, at least you don't have that hope. You're not hanging on to anything. So once you realize that, it's over, you need to move on. You need to realize that you need to basically, I think the best way to do it is go back to the drawing board, see what happened, and surround yourself with friends. Do a lot of activities, man. Like, seriously, in 6 months, a year from now, you're going to look back at this and you're just going to crack up because that's what happened with all my heartaches or all my little problems I thought were huge, and they just became insignificant. The biggest problems in life happen when you don't expect them. So, dude, just, do things, get out there, man. Don't be at home sulking. Just, have fun. You're 19.
And it's not
Yeah,
like you're
bud.
picking up yourself from a great fall. Right?
Yeah, you're not.
Never
Yeah,
had a
right.
relationship.
You never really fell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Excuse me. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Chopper. And I'm assuming this is Angelicopter from, it used to be from our morning show. And she found out that Erwan was going to be on the show. I follow her on Twitter. She's going fucking nuts that Erwan's on the program. And she's been on hold for quite some time. So, Chopper line 3, is that you? I'm assuming it's you because who else in the world is named Chopper? Yes?
I was only on hold for 30 seconds, and I wasn't going crazy on Twitter. Come on.
Fuck you, man. I'm reading into
He's trying to build it up.
And you're
In
on the
the
chat
chat
room.
room.
You're in the chat room losing your fucking mind. I swear. You might have sticky fingers by now just because you've been on hold for so long. That Erwan.
Like, come on. No, I'm not like that.
just being honest.
Erwan, I'm not
All
like
right.
that.
No worries.
I can be, if you want.
Chopper, question for Erwan quickly.
Well, I'm starting to consider the dating scene, and I heard French men are really good in bed. So I wanted to know from Erwan himself if he's pressured or Frenchmen are generally pressured to be good in bed.
Because of the reputation.
Well, I'm only
Yeah.
I'm only half French. So I'm probably only half good. But moving on from that, I think why girls in general like Frenchmen is because they're so nonchalant by the way they are. They don't care about pressure. They don't try to fit in to a mold like most. I know this might be stereotypical, but most Americans do. French people really just do what they want to do when they want to do it. There's a lot of heritage, a lot of culture there. And yeah, they're just well-rounded individuals without tooting my own horn. But I'm just saying that French guys, if you can find them in the Philippines, go for it.
Now, and also it doesn't hurt though that language, the ability to speak French is just about the most beautiful language in the world. So that, I'm sure, gets you a lot more points, regardless of what the fuck you're saying, too. I mean, you could be talking about...
You could be insulting someone, yeah.
Yeah, you could be talking about Andok's gravy in the bedroom, and she'd be like, oh my God, you're so awesome. And you're like, J'ai Andok, c'est beautiful, it's gravy, so wonderful. You're like, oh my God, just absolutely destroy me. Yeah.
Actually, when I do get that French guy today, I wanted to ask if he can teach me something sexy to say in French. When we're in bed. When I'm allowed to do that.
Gravy. Go with the gravy, man.
You could say, j'ai envie de toi.
J'ai ulit.
J'ai envie de toi.
I should learn.
J'ai envie de toi.
Yes.
J'ai envie de toi.
Yeah,
Is that specific for boys or?
No, both boys and girls can use that. J'ai
What
envie
does
de
it
toi.
mean? What did I say? What does it mean?
It's just very straightforward. I want you.
Oh.
And I think that works in French. Yeah.
I have another one.
What?
Vutus majescu.
What?
May butas ang major smoke? Is that what you said?
Vutus majescu.
That's right.
I don't know what language he's speaking right now.
I'm assuming your socks have a hole. Okay. Thanks, Chopper, for the call. Get away, please.
All right, thanks. Have a good show. Congrats on the podcast.
Thanks.
Sure. Bye. I think we have time for one more before we take a break here. Let's go to line 1 and check out Paolo, who's on a cell phone. Paolo, you're 28. You're in Marikina. Marikina. What's up?
Hey, Mo.
Hey, pal. Erwan Heussaff, Dr. Ken.
What's up,
What's
pal?
going on?
Hey.
Hey, Erwan. Good evening.
What's up?
I got a question. I got a question for everybody. So I'm in a situation, or I'm in a relationship, and the girl that I'm currently with right now is legally married.
Oh.
But they're going through annulment.
Sure.
But now the guy wants to get his wife back, but the case has already been submitted.
Sure. So what's up?
So my question is, I know that I don't have any lien on the girl legally, but any advice that you could give me?
Well, does she want to get back with her husband now that her husband wants her back?
She doesn't. Her husband was womanizing before. That's why she filed an annulment case against him.
Well, the annulment process in the country takes a fucking long time unless your last name is Aquino or, like, you're very powerful, like you're in the Senate, you know. These things take fucking forever. So if you're okay and she's completely separated from her husband, and you're okay that you've fallen in love with a woman who's separated, let's just not call her married, right? Because the fucking divorce law in our country is fucking retarded. But let's just say she's not married. Let's just say she's separated. If you're willing to stomach that and know that it's going to take a long time, it might even take years, that you'll likely not get a chance to marry her for, again, yeah, quite some time. If you guys are okay with that, then I see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, the problem is, legally, if the girl is like some sort of in a relationship, the guy can just simply file a case against her, right, for adultery.
Well, yeah, dude, it'll get really. You don't want to give him any more weight in an annulment process, because then.
But so what? Okay, well, let me ask you then, Erwan. What does the woman do, man? What is she just gonna be fucking forever, or is it you try secretly, like it's some sort of like hostile fucking state or country we live in, where you have to like pretend nothing's going on and lie about it for until the case is done, and it could be fucking 5, 7, it could be 10 years before this thing gets settled down. How old is she, Paolo?
She is 28.
So that's a lot of wasted prime years if she can't do anything with her life in terms of being in a relationship, because A, our country's fucking sucks, and B, the guy's going to be a puss and file a case about it.
Yeah.
Right?
So the problem that I'm at right now is, I don't know. We're technically hiding just because we want to be safe from the guy. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, we might have different opinions here with the group tonight. I'm with dater, hide it as much as you can, because I don't want to see this girl's prime years, being 28, go to waste, in which she can't be in relationships because of the fucking laws retarded. But of course, I respect whether Ken or Erwan have a different take on this.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I do have a different take on this.
Do it.
For my opinion, and I don't think you'll like it, I'll just say, stay away from this girl. Because if you're thinking about this girl, Mo, and that she's going to waste all of these years, I'm thinking about this guy who's unattached, who is not married. You could find other. Well,
yeah,
at least
but
in my
you don't
opinion.
know how strong of a connection they have. This guy might be really in love with this girl. I mean, we're talking true happiness here. No, and of course not excited. It's a fucking frustrating thing to be in. Paolo, I'm sure you're not excited about the current situation. Like, in a perfect
hiding.
world, you'd rather. No, hiding is not exciting. Trust me, it's not.
Let's ask Paolo.
From a person who's been in this business where you've had to hide relationships constantly, it fucking blows. All right, Paolo, shit. Do you really feel strongly for this girl?
I really, really love this girl.
Do they have children?
They don't.
Did you guys start dating when she was happily married, or when she was already in the process of
when she was already separated?
Okay.
She's been separated for about a year already when I met her.
Do you think that contributed to their finality in terms of feelings, because she already fell for you?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Do you think that being there actually closed the deal, that they won't able to patch things up? I mean,
I don't get it.
What I mean is, like,
was it over?
Was it like, is it because of you?
Were you a rebound? You mean something like that, or
was it because of you that
no.
you really you didn't give them a chance to fix it?
They have tried to fix it. Okay. They've been married for
the guy's a womanizer. Even if you weren't around, Paolo, I would tell her not to. I mean, if the guy's a habitual womanizer, the fucker deserves to be alone or with his fucking hose. This girl should be on her own if that was the situation of her marriage, regardless if Paolo jumped into the picture or not. Okay. And now that you are and you're in love with her, I say fuck you, law, and hide this relationship as much as you can. If there's a case that's being brought against you, you face it, because shit, man, you at this point, by the sound of your voice, you're gonna do that anyway. You're just gonna stand there, take the hits. If it comes to a legal battle, hey, the legal battle might take a long time too. I mean, the annulment's going to take a long time, and so is the adultery case, quote unquote. And you just fight it in court. Maybe you can prove that shit. I wasn't around when they were happy, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe you didn't even know she was married at the time, and then when you found out, you already felt strongly for her. You supported her, whatever it may be. Choose the girl. fuck the law and hope and cross your fingers that as we've done with the RH bill or the cybercrime bill or whatever, we get fucking fed up with the fact that there's no divorce and something gets done in the next few years about that fucking shit.
Erwan.
Yeah, I just think, man, if she is beyond the doubt the one person that makes you the happiest, and, you know, make yourselves happy, be together, but always at the back of your mind be ready for the consequences and for a messy ordeal. You know, it's about to happen. It's going to happen. So as long as you are at peace with that, then you should be okay.
I was thinking of going out of the country and perhaps, you know, some sort of runaway, maybe get married there or whatnot. I don't know.
I don't even know if you can get married in another country if you're currently married here already based on the law. I'm not 100% sure, but the runaway thing, I guess, do that as a last resort. I think you just stand there. I think you'll be fine. I don't think the guy will puss out, because if he's a habitual womanizer, he'll understand that he fucked up. Hopefully, he'll understand that he fucked up. There's a little bit of a worry that he might come after you. So, I mean, like, you know, just like want to kick your ass kind of deal. So you kind of have to prepare for that as well, aside from the legal threat. But I don't know, man. I say fuck it, man. Date the girl.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right, buddy. Good luck, buddy.
Right. Good luck.
But don't say you fucking Mo told me when you're in the courtroom. Shit. All right, later. Bye. Let's take one more. Sorry, I know I said we were going to take a break, but let's take one more because this person's been on hold and they're on a cell phone call. I'm on Steven 35, line 3 from Makati. What's up?
Hello, good evening.
What's up, Steven?
Hi. What's up?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, good evening, guys. It's just a follow-up question from the previous caller about moving on. Because I have a lot of friends who are asking which is more difficult for men to overcome. Is it physical infidelity or emotional infidelity? Because my female friends always tell me that it's difficult for them to overcome emotional infidelity, but for my male friends, they always tell me that it's difficult for them to overcome physical infidelity of their girlfriend or of their wife.
Meaning if a girl has sex with another guy, your girlfriend, your wife has sex with another guy, is it easier to get over that than her falling in love with another guy and then coming back to you?
But not having a physical contact with him or...
God, does that happen when you're in love with someone and you guys are not doing it? It's kind of very odd. It seems like they're both kind of related. But anyway, let's take it for what your hypothetical question for what it is. For a guy, for a girl, I'm assuming the emotional one, they get hurt by it. And sometimes girls will do that thinking, he just wanted to have sex. You know, guys need variety. You know, they'll throw that excuse to help them forgive the act. For guys... It's hard when you think that your girlfriend was just fucking another dude. Like, it's okay if your girlfriend has had sex prior to your relationship. Of course, that's no problem because everybody does it. But the fact that within your relationship, she was being boned by another guy, that's really hard for us to swallow as men. There's a pride element there. I mean, I might even rather have you flirt with another guy, end up having a crush on another guy, and then I found out about it, then we went through some sort of counseling or we counseled ourselves together and fixed it. I'm okay with that. But the being boned by another dude while we're in a relationship, I just don't feel like that's a fixable. It's a non-negotiable offense for me.
I agree.
And I don't know if that's a pride thing. It might be the me urinating on my property kind of concept, but at the same time, man, I don't know, man. I just feel like I have balls on my breath when I'm kissing you. It's very difficult to overcome. Erwan?
I totally agree. I think physical infidelity is something that's completely shattering to your ego, to your confidence, to everything. And emotional infidelity is something that, okay, it's terrible too. By the way, I don't condemn any of them.
Right.
And both would not fly for me. But I'm just saying emotional is something that you'd probably be able to get over after a while quite easily. Even though you guys don't get back together. But physical infidelity is something you'd never get over.
Okay.
Yep.
It'll never be
I agree.
over. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
Okay, thank you.
And it is, like you said, it's such an ego thing because you know your girlfriend has had sex before, right? I mean, it's fine. But it's just different when it's with you. It kind of goes back to the thing when if you had a one-night stand or a casual sexual encounter with a girl, you don't again, it might be an ego thing, but like, for example, let's just say, this is going to sound rather disgusting, but shit, we talk about it on the podcast anyway. For example, if it's a casual sexual encounter, I won't go down on a girl, for example, because I know someone's dick must have been here like the other day. You know what I mean? It's like, it's probably all over my fucking face, you know? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the whole, let's just have sex from a distance kind of thing, because somebody probably rubbed his stink on you a few days ago. But if you're in a relationship with the person, you'll do anything you want because, she must be cleaner. When in fact, there's really no truth to that. It truly is just an ego thing. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, you doing all right, Erwan? You're good to hang out for a little bit? We got a ton of calls still, and I'm trying to get all these knocked out. We have someone from Saudi Arabia as well, who is on hold. Makati, Quezon City, all ready to go after the commercial break. It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. This is season 2, by the way. I want to thank everyone who's downloaded this season as well as the past season. 20 million downloads we did in season 1, and I'm looking for another banner one here in season 2. Taking a break. Back after this. Don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll return after this commercial break.
Pechay.
Pechay na lang.
Pag mahaba ang carpet ng pechay, she will start with the pechay.
Oo,
if it's kung mahaba yung hair, di ba masakit?
Hindi, ginugutin ko muna ng konti. Tinitrim
Kailangan
trim mo ng
gupitan muna.
Tsaka pagka kasi yung mga pek-pek, tsaka pechay pala, pechay. Tsaka mga tite, yun ang mga nakikita ko. Mga yan, ang palaya ba? Ang palaya. Hindi, titi na lang. Ay, titi naman talaga eh.
Upo na lang.
Upo. Kalaki naman niya.
Kalaki! Ano ba yan? Diba?
Parang titi ng kabayo. Parang titi ng kabayo.
Titi ng kabayo! Ay, Tirso!
I have a new best friend who's always in the know. She knows the latest shopping finds and the most popular night spots to flaunt them. She helps me plan movie dates and my next Barkada getaway. She even helps me keep up with my guys' hobbies and gizmos, the latest bands and gigs, and what restos I have to try next. It's great having a best friend who knows everything. Meet Christine, my digital go-to girl. Log on to Christine.com and get everything a girl needs to know. Also available on iOS and Android.
I can say I don't like him. That's my right to say. That's not slander.
You sure?
I don't like his behavior. Sorry, I don't like his behavior. We want to be politically correct.
At that moment.
And I don't like his shirt. I can say that. It's a purple shirt.
I don't remember.
It should be a separate charge. That Oh, here we go again. No, it was a different shade of purple.
Oh my God,
This is,
you're funny.
You want fries in that foot? I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll. The joke will make sense when our guest arrives on the set. Would you like to introduce our guest?
All right. Our guest is wearing a...
I have a new girl who lets me do what I love. She updates me on new star athletes to watch for and the teams that are just killing it. She helps me plan which games to catch with the guys or the next marathon we can join. She teaches me how to condition myself for sports, which cool music to work out to, and where I can go on my next adventure. A girl who loves what I love. She's Christine, my digital go-to girl. Log on to Christine.com and get more out of what you love. Also available on iOS and Android.
My girlfriend says she hates me.
It's Good Times with Mo, the podcast. Call the show tonight and get your love problem answered.
Follow us on Twitter at GTWM Podcast.
And visit www.motwister.com.
Back on the podcast here on this Wednesday night, season 2 of this show. I want to appreciate all the people that made us the #1 show on iTunes right away, back at the top spot on the podcasting. And that's just for the people on iTunes. All the other people, say on the Androids and whatnot, if you don't use iTunes, you can check us out. Gosh, I don't even know how. You can go to New Media Factory website, figure it out. But when you're on the internet, might as well also check out thefatkidinside.com, because the guy behind that site and all the great dishes you'll find there is Erwan Heussaff, and he is our guest tonight. Erwan, who's older, you or Solen?
Solen's older by a couple months, like 18 months.
Wow, really? So your parents went right at it, huh?
That's right. One after the other.
Sweet. Awesome. Are there any other Heussaffs? I mean, just the two of you, or other siblings?
We have an older sister who's 31 now. So she's about 5 years older than us, yeah.
Is it difficult? Maybe you're younger, though, but at the same time, it seems like you're the same age, right? So, you know, is it difficult when you see all these guys swoon over your sister and, and people obviously want to date her and probably go to the house all the time or call, and your brother, I mean, you're the brother. What do you do? I mean, is it something like, okay, she's independent, I'm independent, and whatever decision she wants, or like what's the deal with guys who are always trying to date Selene?
Well, when we lived together in my parents' house, Selene was fat until she was 13, so it was fantastic.
Oh, so she has ugly duckling.
Yeah, it was awesome because no one would court her, no one would come to the house. Guys weren't interested in. All of a sudden, at 14, she grew boobs, she got thin, and all of a sudden, I had a hot sister that all my friends would be like, "Oh my God, she's so hot." And it was the most annoying thing ever because all my friends, of course, wanted to hang out with me just to see her. And in the same time, each time I told Selene something about please don't do that or please don't do that, she would just use the excuse, yeah, but I'm older than you, so shut up. So it was just not great for me.
But these days, I mean, you're adults now. I mean, is it something where if you don't like a guy, you can still tell her, I don't like that guy, he's an asshole. Like, I've heard shit about him, he's an asshole. Or she's like, you kind of just let her be.
She's very hard-headed. Like, she'll do what she wants to do. She knows who she is. Like you said, she's an adult, so she knows who she is, and she makes good decisions. But I do give her my comments, and then hopefully she does listen to them a little in her decisions.
Did you ever have to kick someone's ass because binaboy yung kapatid mo?
For both my sisters, no. It hasn't come down to that yet. I would definitely.
You? Yeah, look at this, man. Pull out the fucking cleaver.
Yeah, I got knives.
Yeah, what's that French word? The jeté, fuck you. Stab him. That's right. Erwan Heussaff here, phone number 478-7954. I give out the phone number, but I know you guys are calling and pissed off because it's always busy. What do you do? The guy's handsome and he's awesome. He's here. So keep trying to call. We will. When the line does get in, we'll try to accommodate you as fast as we can. The people on Skype as well are all ready to go. Erwan, you're a draw, man, and I appreciate that you're here.
Thanks for having me.
Usually we are very busy, but trust me, I'll tell you what it looks like on my screen. The moment someone hangs up, someone calls. And cool. it's just right away. So thanks for gracing this event, which is our podcast. Dr. Ken as well. Ken, you doing all right?
Yep.
You in love with him too?
No.
I'm trying my hardest here.
Just checking, man. Just checking. All right, let's go. Let's get these calls. Let's go to Saudi Arabia first because we promised to hear her out. Rima, you are in Saudi, which is a huge country. So please tell us, what city are you in Saudi?
Hello?
Rima. Hi, Reem.
Hey,
yes.
Rima.
Can you?
Hello.
Rima.
Hi, Mo.
Hello. Hi, baby. Erwan Heussaff here. Dr. Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Hey.
Hi.
Where in Saudi are you, love?
We're in Taif City. It's a mountainous city in Saudi Arabia. It's like
wow. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
All right. Is it really? Is it nice over there? I mean, it's a mountainous city.
The weather is nice. Currently, it's raining now here, but most of the time it's very hot.
I could imagine. Yeah. All right. Let's go. What do you got for us, baby?
I have my friend Reem here. She wants to tell you. Go on.
Okay. Pass the computer. Hello?
Pwede po na Reem na lang po yung gawin nating name.
Okay,
Kasi both po kami na involved. Yung boyfriend ko po at saka ako is Muslim. So Reem na lang po yung tawag niyo sa akin.
Go, Reem.
Okay.
Ang story po is ganito. Complicated love story po kasi when I graduated college, that's the time na nag-decide na ako na mag-i-entertain ako ng boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Then, what happened, yung kabatch ko, yung high school, tamang-tama, nagparamdam sa akin. So, parang sign ko na yung graduation na mag-entertain ako, sinagot siya without even knowing kung ano ang real background nung guy. Then, tumagal kami ng mga 1 year until umabot kami ng review namin for board exam. nag-review kami, same place, same city, pero hindi kami nagsasama. So, ang lagay naming dalawa is close kami sa text messages, pero pag actual na magkasama kami, parang others ang isa't isa. So, during nung review, ang kasama ko is mga kaibigan ko na babae, samantalang siya is kaibigan niyang babae at siya lalaki. So, we meet each other, we're seeing each other once a week kapag rest day namin sa review. Until such time na lumabas ng result, we both passed the board exam, then we worked until may nakapagsabi sa akin na may anak siya. Buntis pa lang. Hindi pa nanganganak yung girl. So, nung nangulit ako kung sino yung girl na nabuntis niya, doon sa nagsabi sa akin, ang sabi is kabarkada niya. Kasama niya sa boarding house kung saan sila nagre-rent nung review time namin. So, in short, nakabuntis siya ng girl while kami. So, what happened? Kinonfront ko siya, tinanong ko kung totoo, hindi siya umaamin. So, ang ginawa ko, pumunta ako sa bahay nila, I talked to him, pero ang ginagawa niya lang is, humingi lang siya ng sorry sa akin, but he never admit na nakabuntis nga siya.
Okay, all right. I gotcha. All right. Just to make it a little shorter. Sorry, baby. Just okay, it's funny because somebody tweeted me and said, Papa Jack ang peg ni ate from Saudi. Which is hilarious, so I'm laughing. Okay, this is a long story, love. And we appreciate it. So you were deceived, yes? You feel like you were deceived, correct?
Yes.
Okay, kasi hindi mo alam may buntis pa yung isang girl. What is the question tonight?
Now, kasi po, ang question ko lang is, since may anak na po siya, then naging, until now, kami pa rin po. Hindi niya po pinanagutan yung anak niya dun sa girl kasi ang sabi niya sa akin, wala daw po silang, hindi po daw sila formal or wala silang attachment talaga. Parang disgrasya lang na nabuntis yung babae. Pero yung
But he admits that that child is his. Yes? Reem?
No.
Hindi na in-admit. Okay. Sige, teka lang. We'll put you on hold a little while. Whew, what a long story. Good Lord. I feel like she's called every Love Advice show with the same thing, just waiting for different opinions. Doc, I'm going to go with you first on this one. Your thoughts, because I listened at a 10% clip here on this one. Were you listening? I'm assuming you were listening.
Yes,
right?
yes, I was.
All right, what do you got, buddy? Buntis daw yung girl.
Yeah, it's really hard to answer that because these days, go for the relationship. Because if it was an accident and that guy doesn't really love that girl, there is no legal obligation in terms of that. Because I'm not a lawyer, I don't know, but go for the relationship. If you love this guy and he really loves you, and he doesn't love the other girl that he got pregnant.
Okay. But you say you go for the relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't he deceiving her the whole time about this kid, though?
That's
lying
true.
about it? I mean, that's what I got from the thing. That he's not saying that this child is mine, but he said, "Oh, it's just an accident," and na disgrasya and all of these things. I mean, it shows. While yes, you know, if you like him and you feel strongly about him and you're going to go to this relationship, it shows also a lapse in character that this guy is an actual asshole. So while you feel strongly for this person, he's a piece of shit at the same time, and we have to side with don't hang out with shitty person.
That's
at
true,
least that's where I'm at on this one.
That is true. That's a poor character for that guy, and don't go all the way to marriage. You know that is a gauge that this guy is not a husband type of guy, maybe just a boyfriend.
Erwan, anything you want to throw in there?
I just think infidelity and dishonesty are two traits you should never look for in a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friend, a parent, or a sister, or brother, or even just a person. So once that's happened, just blacklist that person forever. That's my advice.
Nice one. Blacklist is perfect. Yeah. All right, Reem. Thanks for the call. Hope that works out over there in the mountain areas of Saudi. We appreciate your call very much. Let's move on. Jenny, 24, line 1 in Makati. You have a question about your boyfriend who's late for everything. And sorry we're late in taking your call. You've been home for fucking ever. Jenny, good evening. Jen.
Yeah,
Jenny.
hi. Hi, Mo.
Hi,
Erwan,
babe.
Doc
What's up?
Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, hi.
So your boyfriend.
Yeah, so basically my problem's a little bit simpler, I guess,
Yeah.
than the rest
Go.
of the sex lives. But anyway, so basically my problem is how do I deal with my boyfriend who is always late on our dates and everything.
How late?
Yes. Probably
How
9
late?
out of 10 is late.
But like,
Yeah,
Probably
when
around
you say
30.
late, yeah. How long?
Probably 30 minutes to an hour, always.
What's the excuse?
Again?
Is the excuse different every time?
Well, that's the thing, because he sets the time, but let's
Makes it
just
worse.
say
Yeah, but
he brings
ano ba
something
excuse
else.
niya?
Like,
What's his excuse for being late?
well, it's different, like traffic, or there's an accident somewhere, or
Okay.
something. Basta,
Yeah, because
para sa akin,
the reason why I'm asking the excuse,
Yeah.
because if it's different every time, then he's an asshole, right? If it's the same excuse every time, you can validate whether he's telling the truth or not. Let's say he works, say he's VP at some corporate, institution, and you can never really tell with what time he's actually going to get off work because the responsibilities are so great. So if the excuse is always, listen, the boss, the CEO, whatever, called me in, we had paperwork to do, then you can understand that.
Yeah,
and
I
maybe you can,
understand
instead
that
of setting a time, you can just say, well, whenever you get out of work, we can meet up. But if it's a different excuse all the time, which is, late or traffic accident or all of this shit, then I feel like he's either A, making it up, or B, he has a problem. He's habitually late for everything. And you
Yeah.
have to tell him you're not going to tolerate it
and
anymore.
he knows that. He knows naman na, before pa maging kami, he mentioned that there are just two things that he really can't change sa sarili niya. And that one thing is that he's always late, even at work. So
No, then he's, listen, to me, I worked with a guy for years who was late on a live radio show, 30 minutes every day, and I just grew to absolutely hate this motherfucker for it. Like, not hate him personally, but just hate the fact that he did it, and then you start losing respect for the guy because it's just fucking every single day. It's just, you start off, yeah, well, we all, fucking Mojo, thank you. You start off with the day already with him pissed off. And why would you want that? Every single time you see him, you're excited to see him, you dress up, take a shower, perfume, whatever, and then he's late, and then when you see him, you're already in a bad mood every single time. It's taxing.
Yeah. The thing is, he mentions that, siguro ganito na lang. Siguro, what we can do is to compromise. Parang you could just tell me
Oh, fuck him.
1 hour
why? Because
earlier of the
fuck him.
time.
The reason why...
Ayoko naman mag-adjust sa kanya, di ba?
Yeah, don't fuck this guy. Because the thing is, he knows he's late, and that makes it worse for me. Like, I'm more angry for the fact that he tells you, listen, I have a problem. I'm never on time for anything. I'd be like, ew, that's fucking gross, man. Like, that's fucking pathetic. I mean, the fact that you acknowledge that that you're late for everything, meaning before you leave, you're actually taking your sweet-ass time to do other things knowing you're going to be late anyway.
It's
It's very disrespectful.
It's ridiculous. If you know you're going to be late, let's say I'm going to set a date with you at 9 p.m., and I know I'm going to be late at 9 p.m., so why don't I just set it for 9:30? I think he's the type of person that when he looks at his watch, he's like, okay, I still got 15 minutes. I still got 10 minutes to do this or that.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to adjust for him, then don't adjust. If you're willing to adjust, then bahala ka. That's your call. But yeah, I think it's disrespectful.
Exactly.
It is horrible.
That's what I was going to say. It is really, being on time is really big for me, especially in my clinic. And it is a sign of respect to your patients because, they wait for you.
Even if you take the respect element out, let's take the respect element out, which it should be there. But let's just say, let's just for kicks, let's remove respect. It's baboy. It's pathetic. Like it shows again. We'll go back to the phrase we used in the last call. It makes the character, your character makeup of you as an individual really crappy. So not only are you disrespecting me, but you're telling me you're a shitty individual at the same time. So you're knocking out two things there that I don't like about this whole situation. Because now you're not respecting me and you're crappy. and I'm pissed off. So if I were you, I'd tell him, ultimatum, hey, you better start coming on fucking time, or else I'll find someone else who'll gladly be here 15 minutes prior to when we talked about meeting, the agreed meeting time. All right?
Yeah.
Jenny?
Yeah.
All right, baby. Thanks for the call.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thanks. Bye.
We have a problem here. We have a ton of calls. Fuck. We have Chicago, Tokyo, Montreal, two Makatis, Las Piñas, and Quezon City, and I don't think we have time. So let me take this next call. I'll do it quickly. Erwan, are you a big NBA fan? Basketball?
No, I'm terrible
okay,
at basketball.
Good. This is an NBA call. Yeah, I'll do this quickly because he's been on hold forever, and I feel bad for him. Joel, 35, line 2. Question about the Lakers. We'll do this quick. Go ahead, buddy.
Hello, Mo.
Hi, Joel. What's up?
Yes. I heard you earlier morning when you said that Lakers already down since they're already old and they have a coach who wanted to have a fast game.
That's right.
My question is that what do you think about them being in the championship?
And I've always felt early on in the season, even up till about a few weeks ago, that the Lakers have the squad to make it to the NBA Finals, to be beaten by the Heat. Though the Heat will win the NBA Finals if it's going to be Lakers Heat. I don't think their current system is really helping them out. However, there have been considerable injuries with Nash, with Gasol. I think if they trade Gasol for a more young, athletic pieces to help with that system of theirs, then they're going to do fine. I'd like Pau Gasol in the Lakers. I think that starting five with Nash, if everybody's healthy, is a devastating team. But they have to seed well in the playoffs. And to seed well, that means they have to go on an incredible winning streak or have an incredible record from this moment on when Nash gets back to the end of the season. Because if you don't seed well, you're going to get OKC in the first round. You're going to get the Clippers. You're going to get Memphis. You're going to get San Antonio if you're not in the top 4, and you're going to get your ass kicked by those teams. Now, the Lakers have the ability to beat them coming in at a late seed, but they're not going to have home court advantage. And when you don't have that going into an Oklahoma or even a Golden State, for that matter, you're going to get your ass whooped in those venues. So they need to seed well, and if they're going to do that, Nash has to be MVP for the remainder of the season. Like, he would literally have to win the MVP if they want to seed well at their current state.
So you're saying that Steve Nash is the barometer for the championship level of the team?
Well, Steve Nash is the best, or has historically run that D'Antoni system better than anyone else. Jeremy Lin did it rather well the other year, but nobody does it better than Nash. So you have Nash, a system perfect for Nash in a very important position at the point guard to run and facilitate this very high-octane offense, which they're trying to get to, but they're trying to do that with old legs. And there's no defense there. I was watching them earlier, but they almost got beat by the Bobcats in Los Angeles, and the defense is horrible, So, you have to.
Old, and
that's why
style is fast and run fast.
Right, and the NBA is a young man's game. So to have those old guys over there, regardless of their ability, their resume, it's going to be tough for the Lakers to win the NBA Finals. I don't think they're going to do it. They do I still do believe they have a good chance of doing very well in the playoffs, even representing the West. But again, if they seed an OKC in round 1 and play in Oklahoma, that's a very, very tough place to do that.
They don't beat OKC.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. All right, thanks for the call, man. We probably likely see OKC Miami again in the finals. Next, bye. Yeah, thanks for holding on there for such a long time. Let's go to Sam 25, line 4, Quezon City, and then we'll go international after Sam and talk to Chicago, Illinois. Or actually, you know what? Let's go to Chicago first because I forgot it's business hours right now in Chicago and the person might go away. Who do we have in Chicago? What's their name? Hello? Chicago?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
Hold on a second, Mo. I'm not hearing things, okay? Hold on.
All right, well, then we'll put you on hold again. Let me know when you're ready. Let's go to Sam, who's 25, line 4 in Quezon City. Hi, Sam. How are you?
Hi.
What's up? Erwan Heussaff here.
Hey,
Dr.
Sam.
Kim.
Hey, Sam. Oh, hi there. Okay, before anything else, I'd like to say that I'm gay. Well, sort of. More like bi, but, you know the drift.
You sound super hot, though.
So, I'm sort of dating this person.
Girl or guy?
The girl.
Okay.
The girl. And she's in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sort of nervous. even though I have a feeling she won't be able to, hear this.
We'll tweet her later. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we got you.
What branch of the military? Sorry, I'm intrigued. If I may.
Sorry?
What branch of the military? Air Force, Army, Navy?
I can't. Air Force.
Oh, you can't. All right. I got you.
She's in Air Force, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, because the whole homo thing in the military, there's no...
Is she butch? Is she butch lesbian or kind of like lipstick?
I don't know. I don't really put labels on people.
Well, I mean, I'm just because she's in the military. I wonder if they get shave her head and shit.
Oh, well, they all do in their first year in PMA.
Oh, there you go, PMA.
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling us. All right, baby. So what's the question?
No, because the thing is, I'm sort of, I mean, this is kind of hard asking you straight guys over there, but the whole in the closet thing is, I don't know, it's a little bit perplexing. Not really perplexing, but it's kind of weird to me since I'm practically out. Everybody knows what I am, and it's just kind of hard that, her parents doesn't know. I don't know much about her work since her post brings her everywhere, literally, and plus the fact that it's a long-distance relationship.
Okay, you know the difference, Sam? You see the difference between you and, say, the last person from Saudi? Both stories taking fucking forever, but you sound so hot that we're okay. We're just sitting here going, yeah? Really? Oh, cool. Yeah, love it. Sam, what's the question?
Basically, here's the thing. The whole closet thing, I'm not sure if I'm just paranoid because, no one basically knows about us but us and my side, basically my friends, my family, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like an occupational thing, but it's sort of freaking me out.
So you're freaking out basically because she's still in the closet and you're not, so she's not like basically coming to truths and telling all her friends or platoon or whatever you want to call them that you guys are together, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I think you have to look at it in a way that the military, just like any other massive work community, is a very tight-knit community. So if she's not comfortable in spreading that, because once she tells one person, I guess everyone will know. But if you're for sure, 100% sure she's a full-on lesbian, then I don't think you have anything to worry about, especially about where she is.
Yeah, I mean, she is like 100% full-on. It's just the whole fact that I'll never get to meet her friends. I'll never have those, awkward Christmas parties when I'm the girlfriend that they're bringing in and, they grill me and all that. I'll never get to have that. Or I'll never be taken to the family to be introduced. That sort of thing. That's sort of
have you spoken to her about this yet? Like when you talk about like, babe, when are you gonna tell your family about me, man? Like, just so I know. I mean, I'd like to spend Christmas with you guys. When are we gonna hear it?
No, I haven't had that talk yet because...
Well, that's an important talk to have.
Well, you sound... How old are you? You sound young.
I'm 25.
Okay, yeah, and she probably just started, right? Or when did she enter the military?
Yeah, plus the fact is her family is one of those weird, I will disown you forever and ever if you are gay. That sort of family.
That's
I'm going to, give you a bath in the Holy Land,
She's got a buzz cut and she's in the military and they're like, I'm going to disown you if you're gay. All right? I just want you to know that. So it's like, she's got a fucking machine gun like that. I mean, really? Sam, how long have you guys been together again?
6 months, really.
Yeah, it's a little early,
Give it time.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah. You're. I understand you're jacked up. You're ready to go. You want to finalize things, but give it a little bit of time, man. We're talking months here only that you guys have been together. Shit, even if it wasn't a gay relationship, normal boyfriend girlfriend. Sometimes you don't even meet the parents for longer than that if you guys are kind of keeping the relationship quiet. So sorry, go ahead.
Are you her first girlfriend?
I'm sorry?
Are you her first girlfriend?
Good question.
Oh, no, she had, several girlfriends before me.
Okay.
And she's never introduced them to the family,
no,
I'm assuming, because they don't know.
Most of the chicks that he had relationships with were, the discreet kind. It's this, for her, according to her, I'm, the very first out person that, she dated.
Give it time.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. I mean, have the we're not promising that it's going to be fine, but at least, yeah, like Erwan said, give it a little bit because it is very, very early in the relationship. Plus, she just left for the military, so support her because she's probably in some sort of foreign place. Not foreign in terms of out of the Philippines, but not in her comfort zone. You never know. So give her a little bit of time, and hopefully it'll work out. Erwan, you're friends with Georgina Wilson, right?
Yes, correct.
Very close. Doesn't she sound like Georgina on the phone? Like, I've spoken to Georgina quite a few times, and you know me, I worship her, so I memorized the voice. This girl sounds just like her.
Can you say Georgina Wilson?
Sam? Say hi, this is Georgina.
I'm sorry?
Say hi,
Say
this
hi,
is Georgina.
this is Georgina.
Hi, Georgina.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Never mind.
I'm like shaking here. I'm sorry.
Is she beside you?
She sounds just like her. My God, every morning when she calls me. Okay, thanks for the call, Sam. We appreciate it. Bye-bye. Let's go to Chicago. Let's go to Chicago. Chicago, hello. I know you guys have been on. You've been on hold for a little bit. Chicago. Hello.
Hey.
Good pizza there too, Erwan.
Yep.
Yeah. Hi. What's your name?
Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Yes.
Man?
What's your name?
Hey. My name's Jay.
Jay. What's your question, bud?
All right. It's not really a question, Mo. I just want to ask because I know Erwan has been really fat before, and it got me really curious how he got motivated to lose weight, and what age did he realize that he needed to, lose weight, or something like that.
I love the Chicago accent, by the way. You can really hear it. Pretty cool. What age? Well, when I always knew I was fat. Like, I was never lying to myself. I never thought I was just cute and chubby. Like, I knew I was fat when I was fat. And I came to terms with it early. I guess when I decided that I really wanted to lose weight, I was coming to the end of my 19th year.
And you immediately started with triathlon?
No. When I was 19, I was massive. I was like 240 pounds. And I just started cooking for myself. Wow. And then once I started cooking for myself, I realized that I could really make healthy meals really quickly, really easily. Yeah. And then once I realized that and I saw the curve of me losing weight quickly, then I just went all out. Because the story, if you want to know the story behind it of how I lost my first initial 40 pounds in 6 months is I worked in Greece for about 6 months in the island of Rhodes, and I was there working in a hotel, and I lived with a bunch of Greek guys in a villa. And then that's when I realized I really wanted to get thin. So every morning I would just swim out. I was in my villa and I just swim out straight into the sea, do like 2 or 3K, and then because I was always a swimmer when I was a kid, and then I realized I started losing weight a little. And Greek guys, being the assholes that they are, we would go to the gym together, and they would force me to take off my shirt and work out in front of the mirror. So basically, they wanted me to get disgusted with myself and get embarrassed to work out with all these like six-pack, douchebags around me. And so for 6 months, that really gave me the urge and the motivation to lose weight. And once you start losing weight, man, it just feels great. And that's your only motivation. Like it's self-sufficient.
Are you heavy? Is that what it is? Is that why you're calling? And you're looking for, a path to follow? Forgot this guy's name again. Chicago? Guy in Chicago? Shit, we might have lost him. All right. Well, yeah. Sorry. Are you heavy? Is that why?
Not really. I'm just starting to, because my friends are calling me out for a triathlon thing on the weekend, so I'm just, trying to see how would it go. Do
it, man. Like, no matter what level of fitness you are, you can do a triathlon. Trust me. Then it just depends how fast you do it.
Right. Yeah. All right, buddy. One last thing. Body fat percentage.
Well, normal range, maybe try to aim for 15%. That's good for guys. That is, right. And then if you want to start seeing some muscle definition and try to go below 11. 8, I think 8 to 11 is perfect for guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. Hey, Mo, before I go, just have to say that I really am an avid listener. Back when I was in Davao still, and now I'm in Chicago still, I'm finally happy that your show is back. So, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, we took a little bit of a break here because I moved over to the U.S. But, yeah, it is back, and we're doing just as well as we did in Season 1. And it's as much as it is, putting the show together, it really is reliant on the calls and on you guys online downloading the show at a pace that we've never really seen here in the country, and we appreciate that very much. So thank you. Really, a million times over. All right, buddy. Good luck on the triathlon as well. Erwan, you bring up the story about you being that heavy. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew that you were chubby, and you said that Solen was chubby, and the title of your blog is Fat Kid Inside. But 250, man, and at 19, meaning you were full-on adult when you were heavy. So
I think that's close
to shed all of that.
Obesity stage 1. I'm not too sure on the scientific term, but that's what the doctors told me.
And I go to Greece. I go to Santorini every April. And you're right, man. Those Greeks, boy, statuesque motherfuckers.
Exactly,
and they walk up those steps. They walk up the mountain on steps, man. And
they're the cockiest bastards ever.
Oh my God! When you said I worked in Greece, like you did, I worked at a resort or something. I'm like, oh fuck! So you were walking up those steps with these guys, man. It is not an easy chore to do.
Exactly.
All right, we again. Oh fuck, we're running out of time. All right, let's go quickly, fast as we can. Diane, 18, Marikina. Diane, what's up? Line number 2. Sorry.
Hello.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hello.
Quickly,
Hey,
go.
Wait. Because I have this boyfriend. I'm his first girlfriend, and we're both athletes. We're going to the same school. We're 2 years now, and he's actually being insensitive. Not like what he was when I met him first. So and there's this guy. We're living in the same dorm, and I like him.
Spicy.
But then my boyfriend, he's being insensitive. He's being that gentleman. Or I don't know if I'm just being too demanding about time, because he actually makes me wait all the time. So I don't know if I'll go break up with my 2-year boyfriend and go for another guy or save the relationship.
Are you
hard.
Are you? Go ahead.
Are you really okay? Are you using your boyfriend's insensitiveness as an excuse to break up with him and go for another guy?
Oh, not really.
Well, if you're already entertaining the thought of another guy,
that's right, Mo.
Right? You're already entertaining the thought of another guy.
You already like another guy.
Yeah,
I'm just looking for an excuse.
That's emotional infidelity. That's what we were talking about a while ago.
No,
you can read that a mile away.
No, not really like just happy crush.
Happy crush.
Same thing, darling.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, girl? What the fuck do you think? Come on,
if someone came up to me and said, I have a happy crush on another dude, I'd be like, what?
If Ann Curtis calls you up, Erwan,
and says she's a happy crush.
Babe, listen, there's this guy lives next door here at the apartment complex. I completely have a happy crush on him.
Terrible.
And I'm a little pissed off that you're late all the time, and I think you're insensitive about my feelings for a happy crush. And by the way, you know what? You're not a gentleman anymore. No. Marianne, listen, love, you're 18, meaning you got together with this guy at 16, meaning it's time to break up. I hate saying it over and over, but when you're young, you're not supposed to be in 5, 6, 7-year relationships. You already like another guy who's next door to you, and now you're just picking mga kasalanan ng current boyfriend mo. You know what? We don't believe you. We actually think he's still a gentleman. But guess what? You still should break up, because maybe this relationship has run its course. You're trying to
find excuses.
Right, find excuses and make labels like, oh, it's just a happy crush, it's nothing. But you just said right now, the moment you break up with him, you're going to go for another guy. Meaning your foot's in the fucking pool. You're about to swim in the water of cheating on your boyfriend and going out with this other dude. You were 16 when you guys got together. Come on.
Yeah.
It was a good 2 years. Just break it off. Be nice about it. Don't be a bitch. Just and then if you want to date this other guy, fine. But you're gonna fuck around anyway.
If the caller was a boy, the advice would be different. If the caller was a boy,
if the caller was a boy,
don't do that to your girlfriend.
No, if the caller was a boy, he was like, Mo, I have a problem. I fucked this girl yesterday. It's already been done. But at least this girl is cautious about it. You're pre-guilty. You feel pre-guilty already, which is good.
See, if the guilt is already there, you know there's something wrong.
Yeah. Just break up with them. Come on, you guys had a good run. Yeah, you're teenagers. Come on, whatever.
Just be honest with yourself.
Right? Yeah, totally. Be nice about it too when you break up with them.
Yes.
And enjoy the new guy.
Think about it overnight.
Yeah, sure. You thought about it in 4 minutes.
Go enjoy your happy crush.
Yeah, that's right. Sounds like an ice cream brand. All right, thanks. Bye.
Okay,
we have food questions. Do you want food? You want another food question?
Yeah, go for it.
We have Tokyo and Montreal.
Cool.
Which one do you want?
Let's do whoever's been on longest.
Let's do Montreal, and then you guys do it in French. And even though we don't understand, we'll just pretend. Okay, hold on. Let's call back Montreal now, because I think we had Tokyo on hold. Let's call Montreal, and we'll take both of them. And while we're calling Montreal, let's talk to Jamie here, who's 22, on line 1 in Manila. Hi, Jamie. You're on the show with Erwan and Doc Ken. Hello, baby. What's up?
Hey, Jamie.
Hi. Hi, Erwan. Hi, Doc.
Hi.
My question is, how can I reassure the guy that I only like him and that I've already forgotten my past?
What'd you do in the past for him to be so insecure?
Here's the story. I had a 6-year mutual understanding with a guy, but we didn't end up together. And every time we try to have a deeper relationship, it's always the wrong time because he has a girlfriend. So
But that's
every
it?
time he and his girlfriend fights, he comes to me. I help him out and give him some advices, though it hurts. I've busted so many
That's how
guys
it
because of
starts.
him. Yeah, stupid. Well, anyway, enough about that. To make the long story short, ginawa kong panakitlutas has moved on though. Now, there is a guy who wants to pursue me. He told me he likes me, but he knows about my story with the guy. Now, he's having second thoughts, I think, about pursuing me because of the guy of my past.
Yeah, I get it. All right, JB, hold on. Your current incredibly insecure love interest, not boyfriend, is worried about your past, a past that you did when you were 15, and it wasn't even that scandalous, I'm assuming, right? I mean, well, what was her story? I missed out a little bit. Was she a third party in another relationship, guys? Is that what she said?
Again, sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah. No, wait, let me ask Ken and Erwan. Did she say that she was like, what, a third party
That's
in
what
another
I understand.
relationship?
I think
I think she was the go-to advice girl, like the best friend.
And he's insecure that you were the go-to girl when you were 15 years old to some other guy?
And then they
Yeah.
hooked up, right? Did you hook up eventually?
I'm not actually a third party. We cut the connection, our communication because his girlfriend was a friend of mine, so.
Oh. So you're just a friend with this guy for a long time, and you were close, and then you have a new guy who's interested in you, and he's afraid that you're very close to this guy.
Yeah, it's because he knows that I've been in love with a guy with my friend, so.
Oh my God! I can't believe this is. I can't believe I'm listening to this stuff. The guy is worried about that.
Yeah, because inisip niya kasi na parang baka mahal ko pa yung guy and magaya lang siya sa mga nabasted ko na.
And he's made you feel that you're the problem in this whole situation.
I guess so.
But you want him to pursue you, right?
What?
You want
I
him?
like him.
Okay.
Okay, you know that. Okay. Guys, I might be absorbing this incorrectly, so correct me if I'm wrong at any time. But what I feel like, this guy is so incredibly insecure, and he's making you feel like you've already you're gonna pre-cheat on him already with something you did. People fall in love with their friends all the time when they're young, and even when they're old. If they have a friend of the opposite sex, a lot of times somebody will have an attraction to that. That's normal. I think it's happened to all of us. And for him to take it out on you for something that you did in your mid-teenage years up to, I guess, your late teenage years is fucking absurd. I think you tell him, listen, well, here's the thing, love. If you pursue this relationship, this insecurity will raise its ugly head all the time regarding a bunch of other stuff, okay? If you said the word happy crush around him, he would probably slit his wrist thinking like it's the end of the world. That's my take on this guy. So it doesn't mean that you can't be his girlfriend, but you have to also understand that it seems like he's incredibly insecure and that this is going to be an issue throughout the relationship.
Yeah, I read it.
So
And if
what
you're
am I
ready for
gonna
that,
do?
then fine. It's up to you. If you want to take this guy on, then fine. You have to tell him, listen, love, yes, I was in love once before. I'm sure you were in love before, as I'm sure everyone else in this fucking entire planet's been in love before. It was when I was 15. That's when it started. And I'm completely over it now. There's no reason for me to be in front of you, lying to you about someone else, about feelings towards someone else. I'm just wasting my time if I'm going to do that. I'm wasting my own feelings. So why would I do that? I really like you. Please don't be insecure or feel bad about the other guy, because then I would be insecure. How would you like it if I'm insecure and I felt bad about every other girlfriend that you've had in the past? We would go nowhere. Let's be happy with what we have. Let's be happy with what we have with each other right now. I guarantee you that is way in the past, even though it's not that significant.
Yeah,
we're going to be fine.
The problem is the guy who made me an option, he keeps on coming back every time.
Well, you have to make a choice then, love.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
You have to make a choice for your future when it comes to this relationship. You're early 20s now, so, you're a big girl now. You just make that call. Erwan,
okay?
Ken, anything?
Yeah.
Actually,
Make a choice. Make up your mind. And if you say it to this guy the way Mo said it, it's very reassuring if you say it that way. And I believe that he won't have any problem with that.
All right, we got to go. This is it, man. We have too many calls, and we can only take one more. Everyone else on hold, I'm really sorry. Can we put John? I just want to apologize to John because he was on hold for an hour, and I just want to say sorry. Maybe he can call back tomorrow. John, line 3. Bud, you there?
Yep. John?
Can you call back tomorrow, man? I'm really sorry.
All right, dude.
We're running out of time. Thanks, man. I know it's been an hour,
Thanks,
but hey,
bro.
at least you were listening, right?
It's all right, it's all right.
And you get Erwan to say hi to you. Erwan, say that French thing again.
J'ai envie de toi.
Damn.
See, John, that was well worth it, right?
See, now you can go to bed.
Great, right? Yeah. There you go. You got what you came for, buddy. All right, and then... Yeah, good times, buddy. I'm really sorry. It's just we're hitting the 2-hour mark already, and fuck, Erwan's got to get back to his life. We have the Montreal and then the Tokyo. Let's just take Montreal instead because we said we would, and then in Tokyo maybe we can have you tomorrow or when Erwan comes back because that Tokyo call was actually for Erwan about food. Let's go Montreal though because we really got to go. Hi, sorry I didn't get your name either. Bonsoir, bonjour. What's up, Montreal? Hello. What's the person's name in Montreal? Somebody?
Judy.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Judy.
Hey,
How
Judy.
are you? Ça va?
Hi, bonsoir. Bonsoir, Erwan, tout le monde.
Bonsoir, Judy.
Oh, my God.
How are you?
Ça va et toi?
Ça va, ça va. So my question is, what is your meanest dish ever? And when did you start cooking? And when did you realize that you need to you start cooking? And is it a turn off if a girl can't cook?
All good questions.
Yeah, all good questions. I started cooking when I was...
Sorry about that. I'm too excited.
No worries. I started cooking when I was 8, actually. I was always that kid that was sitting on the counter behind our help or behind our cook and behind my mom, just waiting for that spatula to come my way so I could just lick off all the frosting
Cheerios.
And everything. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I started at 8 realizing that I could recreate flavors just from memories alone, just by using simple techniques. So that's why I really got into cooking. Second question, my meanest dish. It's really tough. I do Asian food quite well. Anything that is usually Thai or Vietnamese, anything just with bright flavors using just fresh ingredients, things like banh mi's or for food and stuff.
If you're on a date, sorry to cut you.
Nope.
If you're on a date, what dish would you make for that date for a special girl?
It would depend what she likes. I'm someone that's very versatile in the kitchen. So if you like different things from different countries or different regions, then I'll read up about it and make sure that I can cook something that's authentic and that's tasty.
Nice.
Okay.
And then what was your last question?
Okay, I forgot.
What if you don't a girl who doesn't cook? Are you going to be all right with dating with a girl who doesn't enjoy making
I'm
food?
sorry,
as well?
I can't hear.
Well, it was about a girl. If a girl couldn't cook, would I get turned off by that?
Yeah.
I hate being helped in the kitchen. So if someone can't cook, then I'm happy because I like cooking by myself.
Okay.
But if a girl attempts to feed me, and it just so happens that unfortunately the food is terrible, I would actually find that endearing. I wouldn't find that a turn off. It'd be endearing because the effort's there. Even if the taste is not there, then we'll decide then and there that I'm the one that's going to be cooking on the next few dates.
And it'd be like this. This is the move that Erwan does. Babe, let me go ahead and finish this Thai dish here, and why don't you go ahead and slip into something more comfortable? That's the line. That's the line that Erwan's throwing out
souffle,
there.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, souffle. Now, Erwan, on that note, though, if I may, here's a. I don't want to pat my own back, but here's a great question.
Yeah.
What if a girl doesn't like any of the food that you make? Like, could you date a girl that you're completely into? Great personality, have great conversations, you enjoy each other's company, she's super pretty. Let's just say there was no Anne. This is hypothetical, Anne. And all of a sudden she hates everything you make.
I If it's something where she just doesn't like the taste of what I'm making, then I'd find that a challenge, and I'd really like that because I'd basically be cooking the whole time trying to make her happy. But if she's just someone that just refuses to like what I make, then okay, we're just gonna eat in restaurants then.
You'll still date her.
I'll still be okay with it. Yeah, like
All
I don't want if the person I'm dating likes fast food and all, fine, go for it. But I'm not gonna eat it. Don't expect me to eat it.
Yes, hello.
All right, I got you.
Sorry to cut. I was
Cut
listening
away.
earlier about Mo saying about cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can copy or like just read the menu or the recipe. I beg to differ because like my husband, he's an engineer, and he can't follow a recipe. Like he can read the recipe, but if it's not in you. Cooking is not in you, then you cannot make a recipe or something.
He's an engineer. He's probably thinking, why should I do this? Why shouldn't I do this? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he pulls out a calculator.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make sense. Cooking doesn't make sense. You just have to read the recipe, replicate it, and that's it. Trust
and then
me.
Practice a little bit. I mean, it gets better and better. I mean,
It gets better.
Yeah, there's a reason, love, that these cookbooks and all of these things sell as much as they do. It's because people get a chance to actually do them successfully. Maybe your husband, like myself, is just really shitty in the kitchen. And I'm so intimidated by cookbooks, but I think, and I just bought a new home, and I have a big kitchen now finally, because in New York I had a very, very tiny kitchen. Now I have a very, very spacious kitchen. So I'm gonna try to channel the inner Erwan in me, and come January I'm gonna be making khao soi, from Thailand. I'm gonna be making all the good shit, man. So thanks for the call, Montreal. We appreciate it.
Merci.
Merci. À bientôt.
Au revoir. Hey.
Au revoir.
Okay, bonsoir
Do you say
tout
au
le monde.
revoir on the phone as well?
Bonne soirée.
Is that fine?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay. All right. Au revoir. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Erwan, listen, man, I took a lot of your time, man.
It's
We did
cool,
2
man.
hours, man. I really, really appreciate it, and taking all the calls. And I want to throw out another plug for your blog, thefatkidinside.com. Please come back. I mean, we're not going to bug you weekly or something like that, but please, I mean, with the turnout that we've had, the overtime, and just the amount of calls, it just shows that people do love you. Having you back would be great. So
Yeah, that'd
please,
be awesome.
sometime
Definitely.
next year.
Thank you
Yeah?
so much
All
for
right.
having me. Yeah,
Anything
this
else
is
you want
great.
to add?
No, nothing at all, man. Like, it was a
All
great
right.
conversation. Thank you for having me, and yeah, we'll definitely do this again soon.
Yeah, it was rangy today, man. We had a lot of food. We had
a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we had 2-minute ejaculations, banger against the
Penile
wall.
dysfunction. Yeah, everything I like to think
dysfunction.
about.
It was a nice little buffet of problems and questions and whatnot.
That's right.
Doc Ken, thank you as well. We'll
Thank
see you
you again,
tomorrow.
Mo.
Yes,
Thanks,
This was
Doc.
Mo.
Yeah. All right. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Erwan, man. Merry Christmas.
Yes,
And if the
you
world
too. Happy
ends,
holidays, bro.
This weekend, it was nice meeting you both.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for downloading the podcast again. This is Season 2, Episode 3 with Erwan Heussaff, available on iTunes. If you don't do the iTunes thing, there are different kind of applications. Say if you're an Android person, I think it was called like Beyond Pod, or some people threw out some stuff on Twitter earlier with me. So you can go ahead and examine those. Follow Erwan on Twitter. It's Erwan J. Heussaff. And are we pronouncing it correctly?
Yes, Heussaff is correct. Yeah.
Right. It's Heussaff. You probably already follow him. The guy's got a ton of followers. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you, gentlemen, again. It's Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow on the show. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Good Times with Mo, the podcast, was executively produced by Mohan Gulata, engineered by Miguel Alfindo, and operated by Icon Media Inc. Special thanks to Magic 89.9. You can follow Mo on Twitter at www.twitter.com/DJ Mo Twister. Email him at goodtimeswithmopodcast@rocketmail.com.